They have to travel.
I thought they were doing the staggered games.
No.
I thought we were getting the Suns and Warriors.
We're talking NBA. They need at least 2 days off.
Yes, it's very hard for the Warriors to play again tonight.
That tough travel from San Francisco to Phoenix.
Yes.
Was that like an hour and a half?
Yeah, they probably got there last night around midnight. I mean, you can't.
You
can't turn that. I mean, you got to get up and go through walkthrough.
God, I don't have play-in Thursday. I got nothing.
No, you have nothing.
I got nothing.
You have nothing.
Man. Now I have a soul, and now I need to be solemn. I'm like, man.
Well, you kind of were. So maybe you just can't.
Instinctually, I knew.
Yeah, you knew
that play-in Thursday was not a thing.
Deep down,
I was riding the high of play-in Tuesday, Wednesday, and now I got nothing.
Well, maybe you can look forward to tomorrow.
Maybe. Did I even have a good baseball today? Mets aren't playing.
I think.
Hey, the Royals scored 9 runs today. I saw.
Yeah, I don't think it's over. Is it over still? Or yes? Or then? Or
no, ninth inning.
Therefore, by as such as.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're up.
There's something.
Yeah, we're up 9-7.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you ever complain about your offense again.
Yeah,
9 runs.
We exploded.
Yeah.
We salvaged. Well, let's not count our chickens. Okay, let me just wait to talk about that because they could easily blow it.
Yeah, there's time. There's time. Bottom of 9.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's going on?
So we can go home now, right? We're done?
No.
Oh.
I don't think.
Nah.
I don't think so. We do have some good stuff today, though.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, trust me, we do. We have some good audio.
Can't wait.
We're going to learn how to pronounce Lake Oswego.
Is this going to be like the Willamette? Did you finally get to watch the Jailblazers doc?
Well, no, I'm not going to watch it.
Oh.
You told me not to watch it.
Well, I thought it sucked.
Well, then why would I watch it?
Well, I don't know. I thought you'd form your own opinion.
No, I don't need to watch it.
Did Stevie Fire, did you watch because you're like a Jailblazer guy.
I did watch it, yes. Not impressed. That was...
I just wanted to know if I was generally, because I think I was the first person in my group that I knew that watched it. I watched it early in the morning. I thought it sucked. But I've heard other people, like some of I've read some Blazer Twitter.
People are saying.
And I don't know, I've heard some people say that it's awesome because they love those guys, which I still can't fully.
A lot of people saying.
I still don't understand how that's like people's favorite Blazer team ever, but okay.
Well, they were pretty fun to watch. I mean, they were good.
Yeah, for 2 years. Like, that's the part about it that fascinates me is we act as if it was like this generational run. They were okay. They made 2 conference finals? It wasn't.
I heard on my favorite morning show, Dirt and Sprague, the other day.
Yeah.
I heard that in the documentary, Bob Whitsitt says something about how there's only 3 teams that have ever done something.
Yeah, I think it was 9 straight years of 50 wins.
50 wins, yeah.
Yeah. So Showtime Lakers, I think Bad Boys Pistons, and the Blazers.
Jailblazers.
Yeah, that never made a final. Like,
so it's a little more than 2 years.
Yeah, but they didn't win any. I mean, literally won nothing.
Well, again.
And we act as if it was like this.
I thought it was fun. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, I mean.
Rasheed was very entertaining.
Sure. I just don't, that it fascinates me that gets viewed as this, they made 2 conference finals runs. And outside of that, so if you want to go back into let's go like 97.
Okay.
Who
was on the team in 97? Was it those guys, or were they?
Well, that was kind of turning the page. So because they were pretty young.
Oh,
so,
that's right.
So even if you want to go back, so they made 2 conference finals. They made it in 98, 99, which they didn't mention at all in the doc. They didn't mention once that they made it to the conference finals the year before. And I think it was San Antonio that backhanded them. And then they were down 3-1 in the conference finals to the Lakers. Their biggest accomplishment was coming back from 3-1 and then losing. Like, that is their biggest accomplishment. And you listen to Sheed and those guys, and they act like they were some sort of special team. So,
well, isn't there a bit that they got broken up too early?
Well,
like they're saying that, hey, you keep us together, we would have been great.
But you did keep largely the core together. The 3 that are doing it, that are the core of it, Sheed, Bonzi, and you were there. And you didn't do so.
Why are you yelling at us?
They made 2 conference finals, and then they lost in the first round 3 straight years, and then it died. Like, I don't know. I'm fascinated at that romantic. So there are a bunch of asswipes
Whoa,
that were total jerks.
that was scary.
Now, they weren't necessarily criminals. That's the one thing I'll give them. Like, none of those guys were criminals. It smoked a lot of weed and were jackasses.
Wasn't Ruben Patterson on this?
Well, those guys that came after that.
They were criminals?
Clint Woods.
Well, Ruben Patterson was a rapist.
Well, he's a criminal. That's a criminal.
Yes,
Was
but
he? You're saying he wasn't on that team, though?
well, he was in the
He got
later.
brought in
He
later.
got brought in later.
Yeah.
But if you're going to say the three core of it that made the documentary, those guys weren't criminals. They were just douchebags. But this idea that it was everyone else that kept them from succeeding. I don't know. I just think we have, in my opinion, and I grew up here during that time, I just never embraced that, I guess, the way some other people did. And so when I hear people like Dirt and Sprague do this, like they talk about, it's like they cried about those guys. And it was like this super sweet romantic. Like I grew up, my youth was the Clyde Drexler, Terry Porter days. And those teams, Clyde was the second best player in the league. That was a team that made 2 finals. Like that, and that was actually a team that you could kind of get behind. That was actually full of halfway decent people, whatever you think of Clyde Drexler. And yet, I think for a different generation, they view that Jailblazer run, which was essentially 2 years. It was 2 years of a team that ever did anything. And somehow we put that on this weird pedestal, and I don't get it.
Well,
But
maybe it's just that younger people who don't remember the Clyde and Terry Porter days.
Yeah.
I mean, we all kind of romanticize the teams we grew up with, do we not? Especially if they were good, and that team was good.
For 2 years.
Well, but that's enough. That's enough.
Is it?
Well, yes, that's enough to get
They've
it.
only made one Western Conference Final since.
Yeah, that team.
Okay, do we romanticize that Western Conference Finals
Well,
team?
listen to what I'm
I
saying.
think a
though.
lot of Blazers fans do, actually.
What I'm saying is, if you're like Dirt and Sprague, and that was like when they were growing up, that was the quintessential Blazers. It's like that formidable time when teams that are good get their hooks in you.
Yeah.
That team probably did that for a whole generation of people.
If we constantly say that Blazer fan overvalues their guys and puts too much emphasis on things that don't really matter, then for all the crap that we give for loving the Victor Criapas and the the randos, the Sergio Rodriguez,
Rudy Fernandez.
May I put up the Jailblazers as the shining example of that? A team that was pretty good for 2 years, and that somehow we make it out like it was the fact that we can, like, people compare them to the Detroit Pistons or any other team that
Bob Whitsitt did
that won something. Okay,
and Whitsitt would do that just because he has skin in that game.
So I'm interested to see, like, I am interested to see what other people who do romanticize that group, because I do not. And for people to say that I was too old, I was in college. Like, I wasn't 40, for God's sakes.
But I think what they're saying is you are comparing it to like the old.
That's what I guess my formative years were those Drexler
So
years.
let's flip it. Let's say this. Let's do an exercise here.
Yeah.
Let's say you're the ages of Dirt and Sprague, and I don't even know what ages those guys are. Maybe late 30s.
They're about 10 years younger.
10
so
years.
I think
perfect
I think,
timing.
It's my age. I'm 39.
Yeah, I think they're late 30s.
Okay, perfect timing.
Yeah.
Let's say they were born when you were born, and you were born when they were born.
Yeah.
I bet you would romanticize this team that you're talking about now, and you would not as much with Drexler and those guys because you weren't alive then, or they were before you. And those guys would be way more about the Drexler, Terry Porter, Buck Williams days, and less about the Jailblazers because that was their time. That was the team that got their hooks.
But
in.
I guess,
and that team was, by the way, that team was way more like, I think you have the perspective of the early 90s teams. And those teams were way more likable, way better. Like that was legit.
Yeah.
And so if you have that perspective, of course the Jailblazers will fall short to you. But if you don't have that perspective and the Jailblazers were the only thing you know growing up that was good from the Blazers era of the Blazers, then you're going to romanticize that.
But it's fascinating to me because you romanticize something that didn't happen. Like, is that just a Portland thing because we never win? Because like someone said, Suk, that's like you romanticizing the Mets. No, I don't. I romanticized 1986. That was like my first, when I was like 8 years old and the Mets win a World Series. That was awesome. Like that was what cemented my love of the New York Mets. I haven't romanticized a single thing of the meant sense. Like, I don't romanticize getting swept by the Royals. I don't romanticize getting...
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I remember that. Hey, didn't we have a lead in every game?
Yeah.
In that?
Do you remember that?
I do. God. I do remember that.
Alex Gordon.
Yeah, Alex Gordon.
Alcides Escobar.
Or...
inside the park homer.
Yeah.
Or, we got bludgeoned by the Yankees in the Subway Series. Like, I don't romanticize those things because those teams didn't win anything. Those Jailblazers teams literally won nothing.
Well, but the Drexler guys didn't win.
No,
and you romanticize them.
I don't know if I romanticize it, but I can appreciate it. And at least they made 2 finals.
But it isn't only title. If you grew up in a time when your team did not win a title, never won a title, it isn't only titles that we romanticize. Fans are still born from good runs.
See, I think people that are my age, I don't think we romanticize the Clyde Blazers the way that Dirt and Sprague or Stevie romanticize the Jailblazers, and those Clyde teams were 1,000 times better than the Jailblazers.
And I'm with you. I actually don't romanticize those teams. I was more mad that they lost and they missed 13 straight shots. Like
which teams?
The 2000 Blazers.
2000
Yeah, the Jailblazers.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah. I would more romanticize the early 90s teams, even though I was a little bit younger. Like, I remember watching a bunch of highlight tapes and like doing all the stuff about that. But I think it's more of you as a fan suit compared to other fans, because there's a lot of Blazer fans that I think are even younger that are in like their lower, like young 20s, and they romanticize about the teams with Seth Curry and the teams with Dame hitting the shot. Like those teams they say, what if the team that had when Wesley Matthews tore his Achilles?
Yeah, tore his Achilles.
There's a lot of people that romanticize those teams who will post pictures when there's the famous picture of them on the airplane all together as a team. Yeah. And they're like, man, I miss this team.
Yeah,
and
it's not
like,
just titles.
Right, it's not. I think it's just what type of fan you are. And I think for you, Suk, you probably just don't do that. Because I'm kind of like you. I don't really romanticize over these type of teams. But I think the Blazer fans especially will grasp onto anything good, and they say, that's my team, and I love them. So Dirt and Sprague saw them as kids and like, yeah, those are my guys.
And they were horrible people.
Horrible people.
I mean, criminals or not, they were just terrible people.
And the early 90s Blazers.
Yeah.
That team, and I always mention Clyde because he was their best player.
Yeah.
But that team had some guys that this city adores to this day.
Yeah.
Adores.
Like
if you did an adoration rankings of former Portland Trailblazers,
yeah,
most of them would come from that team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's part of it too. They were local guys. They were here. It was the time.
Yeah.
Percy, Buck, Duckworth,
Duck, and
all those.
That's why I said I'm interested in hearing, because when I watched the documentary, I just sat there and was like, dude, that's an hour of my time I'll never get back. And there was maybe 1 or 2 things that I was like, okay. I thought the Jeffrey Arnold perspective was kind of interesting. I thought Damon at least was somewhat reflective a little bit on it. So I was like, okay. I thought, Whitsitt I thought was a joke. Rashid was as unlikable as ever and is still a putz. But I'm seeing it through one lens. That's why I said I was interested in you, if you watched it.
Well, I'll watch it.
Because you didn't grow up here. And then Steven's younger than me. And then I'm interested in hearing from people that have a different perspective, because maybe if you viewed that team through a different lens than I do, then maybe you viewed the documentary. Because I try when I watch something to take a 30,000-foot view and be like, hey, take the bias out of it. What do I think? I went in being like, can I learn something new about this? Can I gain a different perspective? And maybe that makes me feel some sympathy, or maybe it makes them more likable. I wanted to come away with a different point of view. And my point of view was they're still really unlikable. They really didn't do much. They had 2 years, 1 year that they talked about, and no one's taking any accountability for it from Whitsitt on down. I was like, cool, waste of my time. But someone else may view that differently.
Yeah, again, I think a lot of it has to do with age. Like somebody texted and said, for guys in their mid to early 20s, we absolutely romanticize the 2019 conference finals run. And then there's the Brandon. I mean, they do, because that's what they know.
Yeah.
The Brandon Roy years, those didn't end in anything great.
Like, I would probably romanticize more about that, is the Brandon Roy what if era with Greg
was
Oden.
A what if era.
Because Roy got hurt, Oden got hurt. That's the what if era for me. That's the one I romanticize most about.
I think it's a lot of it is what a team makes you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the early 90s Blazers, I don't know about the 70s. Like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a completely different city then.
No, I was an 80s kid.
But the 90s teams really made people here connect with that team. But the 2000s team, not as much. I think I would say that the Rory, Oden, Aldridge teams, the what-if era right there, if we're going to call it that, connected more with Portland and made them feel something, maybe even more than the Sheed teams.
Yeah, because Roy was a Northwest guy, and I think, I forget which one of you mentioned it, but the early 90s teams, some of those guys stuck around. Kirksey stuck around, Porter stuck around, where none of those guys in the 2000s, even Damon's from Portland, he didn't want to stick around here. He's like, I'm out of here. And so I think a lot of people do look at that early 90s team and say, I love that team, where you look at the 2000s, they just did not get embraced by the city as hard, which, again, goes to the whole documentary of Rashid and Bonzi saying, these guys didn't like me.
Yeah. So, this guy texted in, and it's one guy, but he said, and this is what I'm interested in. He said, I am biased because I loved those Sheed teams. That's the guy I want to hear from. And he says, I hated the doc, waste of my time. I want to hear from that guy, or I want to hear from the guy that says, no, I love the doc. And if you did, I would like to know what it was about it that you liked. What am I missing in the documentary that you enjoyed? Even if you were a fan, what did you take from it that you enjoyed? Because I don't think it taught us anything. I don't think we learned anything. And so what was about it that you liked, if you liked it? Because I have seen some Blazer fans that are posting, oh my God, this was amazing. I've been waiting for this. And what I want to respond to them is, well, what? What were you waiting for?
Well, maybe people did learn something. And just because you didn't learn something doesn't mean they didn't.
But I've yet to hear one person state what they learned from it and what they liked about it.
Young Lowercase came in at the start of the conversation and said, I'm super young. I learned nothing from it.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I thought it was a bad doc. Not that I didn't like it or I didn't like those guys or I don't view that team the same way. If I watch something that's supposed to be a documentary, you should be able to tell me the story that even if I don't know the story going in, I come away knowing it, and hopefully if I do know it, I have a better grasp of it, and you give me some different insights. I spent an hour and 10 minutes, and I literally learned nothing. No new insight whatsoever, other than, like I said, maybe the Jeffrey Arnold stuff at the end I thought was kind of interesting. And so that's...
All right, here's you have a pledge from me.
Yeah, watch it.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
And I will see if I can report anything of the sort back to you.
Yeah, that's what I just...
Anything.
I want to make sure I'm not being biased.
But I lived the Jailblazers era. I was here.
Yeah.
We were on the air for, well, that was a little later, but, I mean, I was here.
Yeah.
So even though I didn't grow up here.
Yeah. You were around.
I was around, and I was a sports radio host through the worst years of the Jailblazers.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I'm going to learn anything.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard anybody that's talked about it yet say that they liked it, but I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to A, learn something, and B, like it.
Thank you.
And I will report back tomorrow.
I'm doing a little social experiment.
And likely have neither. By the way, son of a bitch.
What?
The Royals lost 10-9. God! I hate sports. Bye, bitch.
Do you know how many times I said that last night watching the Dodgers kick the hell out of the Mets again? And at least 3 times I said I hate this team. They're actually losers.
Listen, stand down. This is my moment. I hate sports.
Let you have it. I'm sorry, man.
Thank you.
I feel you.
Thank you. You know, that's all I need.
I feel you.
I'll be back tomorrow. This is the beauty of baseball.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, that hurts. We just got swept by the Tigers. Yeah. We lost 2-1, 2-1, and 10-9, and had a lead in all 3.
Welcome to the 7 and 12 club.
Yeah, thanks. But
hell of a ride.
In baseball,
it's always tomorrow.
There's always tomorrow. All right, coming up next, the sports genius no one talks about. And I'm not talking about me.
I talk about you.
Or am I? Let's talk more about me. Next on The Fan. Well, if you didn't see Play-In Wednesday last night, it was pretty exciting as well. No, it was no Play-In Tuesday.
No, I mean, nothing will ever beat Play-In Tuesday, but, Tuesday, Wednesday was all right.
Yeah, I didn't see any of the Sixers game. That was on while we were on.
Nor did I.
But I did catch the end of the Warriors.
I caught a couple Steph Currys. I'll tell you what.
Here we go.
That guy.
He's awesome.
He does a handful of things every night when you watch him that just even if you're not a Warriors fan, you just kind of giggle and you're like, what?
This is what I was saying yesterday. We need more Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be over with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And sure enough, Play-In Wednesday brought out old Steph Curry and old Draymond.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I love watching those guys. I have not watched them in a while because they just haven't been doing much, haven't been relevant. But, oh man, that was throwback Warriors, and it was awesome.
And we kind of all thought maybe the Golden State and some of the minutes restrictions, and they're not really playing for anything, and it just felt like they didn't really care that maybe they were going to lay down. Wrong.
They kind of threw the minutes restriction out the window. Steph was only supposed to play 30 minutes.
Yeah, he played 36.
He played 36.
And let's give a little credit to the old on that team. Forget Dame time.
Yeah.
How about Al time?
Al going 22 minutes and putting up 14 points, his old
Al
crusty
Horford
ass.
just draining.
He hit three threes in the fourth quarter, like big threes.
Big threes.
He's 40.
To be fair, LeBron's 42 and he's still out there getting it done. But we don't give Al needs to get on that LeBron peptide roid program because LeBron doesn't necessarily look. Al Horford looks old.
And because we know Curry's greatness.
Yeah,
and he's still got it. It's still in there. Mm-hmm. May we also have a little bit of an appreciation for Draymond Green?
Yeah,
I know it's
hard.
It's reluctant.
Yeah.
I get it because no one likes him.
Yeah.
But give me another NBA player that is willing to do what that guy does.
He is kind of unique in his own little world. It would only work on if he spent his career in Sacramento or Washington, no one would know him. But in the context of that team that they played on, obviously Steph and Clay were the driving forces of that, and then KD, but they don't win those titles without Draymond. And so I know people don't want to give that guy his flowers, but you kind of got to give him his flowers.
I hate Draymond. He's a for sure Hall of Famer and maybe the best defender of this generation.
He's just a weird glue guy.
Well, he's just as willing to do things that nobody else does, and he does it with such vigor.
Defensively, he's awesome.
He is unbelievable. He shut down Kawhi in the fourth quarter, full stop. Yeah. It was awesome to watch. Why? Stevie, you know the league. Give me another player around the league that commits to to things that Draymond Green commits to, and to help his team.
I mean, no one really.
Does anybody?
Because he doesn't shoot. He doesn't look to shoot. He looks to pass every single time.
Every time.
Yep. And he had like 8 or 9 assists last night.
Yeah, he's going to pass the ball, he's going to play defense, and he's going to rebound, and that's it.
And he's going to get in the other team's kitchen. Yeah.
Right.
And he's going to set a mean screen.
He's the closest thing that we've seen since Rodman.
Yeah, like I say,
he's not Dennis Rodman. Rodman was better at what he did.
He's a better offensive version.
Right.
He's a different player, but he's a better offensive version of Dennis Rodman.
But it's the closest thing we've ever seen to Rodman since then.
Bruce Bowen was like this.
Bowen had that, although Bowen, too, was probably a little bit. Draymond back in the day could actually shoot a little bit. Like this version of Draymond has no offensive game, but during that first time when they were winning titles,
that Blazers series they played in, I remember years ago, he shot like 45% from three. He was hitting like 3 a game.
Yeah, Draymond would sit out there at the top of the 3-point line and he would drain some. This version doesn't shoot anymore. I think that's all gone. But yeah, they're still fun to watch.
They
even had a Porzingis sighting last night.
They are really fun to watch. Yeah. They are a breath of fresh air in a sea of diarrhea. As
I like that.
Somebody put it yesterday on the text line.
I even saw, I don't remember if it was Blazers Edge or Blazers Empire. Someone was kind of throwing out, because the Clippers are just
Yeah.
Speaking of sea of diarrhea,
right.
I give you the Clippers. So obviously with the Blazers now on the road to at least a conference finals this year.
Yeah, probably.
And then the dundening that's going to go on in the offseason, everyone keeps bringing up, obviously, Giannis.
Blazers.
As the, if you're going to make a big swing, you make the big swinge at Giannis. But it might have been Blazers Empire last night, but someone kind of floated the idea, and it's not a bad idea.
Kawhi?
Kawhi.
He's awesome, but
I mean, because there's some talk that they're going to like void the contract or what's going to happen there. And, we're all the talk of Giannis, you do have to accept some kind of pain in the assness, and who knows when he's going to play with Kawhi. But
yeah, he's very unreliable.
Very unreliable. But I'll tell you what, and he's 34, so again, long in the tooth. I don't know what he costs you if they void the contract. But I just thought it was interesting. That was the first time I'd heard that floated, and I was kind of like, oh.
Well, dare to dream.
Yeah, dare to dream.
He had one of his best seasons of his career this year.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like 28, 29
he
points.
Was awesome this year.
Is it true that I think he can get the most money, though, from the Clips? So if he re-signs?
I think that some people believe that they will not allow him to re-sign in L.A. That's right. If the NBA comes down and was like, hey, by the way, here's some draft picks gone, and you're not back in L.A.,
He could get like $60 million from them, but I get what you're saying. Yeah,
look, I know it was just one of those. Last night when I was scrolling, as I was watching everything, I just saw Blazer Twitter kind of throw that out there, and I kind of was like, "Oh,
I would definitely roll the dice with Kawhi.
Yeah,
if I were a Blazer fan, that's risky because this is going to sound terrible, but is he not one of those guys that would come to Portland and never play because he doesn't want to play here?
Probably, and he's old.
So you have to figure all that stuff out.
Yeah, I know
ahead of time. Like if he would really be engaged, like we thought Drew Holiday was this.
Yeah.
But Drew Holiday's playing and being a professional.
Yeah.
So if Kawhi would do that,
I just
sign me up.
kind of like the idea of that. You're like, oh, you bring in a little.
I might even go to a game.
bring in the claw. Just kind of one of those fun little things that was thrown out there that got me thinking. But last night was just fun to watch Golden State do it one more time.
My Warriors.
Yes.
And I hope they beat Phoenix because I think Phoenix sucks.
Yeah, Phoenix is a bore.
And then I just want to see the Warriors once or twice push Oklahoma City. Just remind people, hey, we're champions too.
At least Steph go off for like 45, but
I mean, Oklahoma City will beat them, but
Golden State's not
I wouldn't want to play the Warriors. Like they'll make it hard on you.
Yeah.
They.
Well, look. I'll make the argument if it turns out if it's Golden State and Portland
in the finals, I don't think that can happen.
Don't think it's going to happen. If that is your 7-8, both of those series will be over in 5 games. But I do think that Golden State and Portland, I think Portland is going to give San Antonio a tough series. I don't think they're going to win games, but I don't think Portland's going to roll over. And Portland plays hard. And
they probably should. They're in the playoffs.
That effort that they put up against Phoenix, and especially now that they're healthy and they've got some bodies they can throw at you, they're going to play hard. I think these are going to be relatively competitive games. It's like that series they got swept against Golden State. They didn't win a game, but they were in a lot of those games.
What's relatively competitive?
I think that those games going into the fourth quarter, I think those are going to be games. I think Portland is going to take a piece of San Antonio. I think San Antonio is going to know that this was a tough series, even if it ends up being a 4 or a 5 game series.
So if they go into the fourth quarter tied and lose by 20,
well, it's kind of like the Western Conference Finals run against the Warriors.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, where they were up a couple games and they blow the lead.
Yeah.
Myers Leonard scores 25 in the first half.
I do not think that they can beat San Antonio twice, but I think they can give San Antonio some really tough games. I think Portland. I do not think Portland is going to have a hard time raising to the playoff intensity. I really don't. I don't think they're good enough to do anything with it. But I think that's a team that's going to play their balls off.
Yeah, they don't shoot well enough to win multiple games. I could see them shooting well enough for a game, but I'm with you, Suk. I think they're going to be real games that in the fourth quarter, San Antonio's got to kind of tighten up their shoes and say, we got to buckle down here.
Yeah, when you have those guys swarming, you got Klingon in the middle throwing some bows, and you've got Jeremy Grant healthy, and you've got Tamani out there, and you've got some athletic guys. Drew Holiday's playing his ass off on defense. You tell Scoot that he's only going to play 20 minutes, and we're going to need you to crank it up. I think it's a team that's going to play really hard and probably lose in 5 games. But.
All right, I brought up play-in Wednesday because shockingly, the Clippers' loss means another lottery pick for Oklahoma City.
I know.
And it's unbelievable. But we will get to that next. The sports genius no one talks about. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Angels beat the Yankees today, 11-4, but it was Mike Trout. Let me get my voice. There we go. Mike Trout hit another home run today. It was his 5th home run in the 4-game series in New York. Trout became the first player in baseball history to hit a home run in 4 consecutive days at Yankee Stadium as an opposing player. Lakers guard Luka Doncic, Detroit Pistons guard Cade Cunningham will be eligible for end-of-season awards after the NBA and the NBAPA agreed that both would be allowed to bypass the 65-game threshold for eligibility requirements. Both those guys expected to be all-NBA players. Former assistant coach and former player Damon Jones, he is set to plead guilty to sports gambling charges that were brought forth by the DOJ last fall. Jones is also facing charges in another DOJ illegal gambling case, the same one as Chauncey Billups. Duke point guard Caden Boozer, he's expected to stay at Duke for his sophomore season. Of course, his twin brother Cameron is expected to head over to the NBA. And the NCAA committee recommended that college football teams play a 12-game schedule over 14 weeks beginning in 2027, with the season starting on what is now designated Week 0. Week 0 will then turn into Week 1. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Worn Out Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at wornout.com.
All right. I wanted to mention Sam Presti because I feel like no one talks about him. And the man is an absolute genius.
Put on a clinic.
He's done it again because the Clippers losing last night means that he now has potentially 6 first-round picks in the next 2 drafts. And I would like to point out that he is fresh off a title, and his team just won 64 games, and they have, and again, these don't convey, like it's hard to know exactly how many, but over the next 7 years, they have the potential to have 35 to 38 more draft picks.
Yeah.
Dude. So I wanted to mention Sam Presti, who is the Thunder GM, because I don't understand why we don't mention him. Like, people slobber over Pat Riley, and rightly so. I mean, not saying anything bad about Pat Riley. Why does no one ever say a word about Sam Presti?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just because he's so behind the scenes. Like, I think Pat Riley is probably the most recognizable GM in NBA history. I mean, Red Auerbach, Jerry West,
and the Lakers stuff,
but
and his hair.
Well, and he just the Armani suits, and he's got all of that. But Sam Presti just sits behind the scene in the smallest market in the NBA.
Well, he needs more flash. And by the way, yes, he's done it in the smallest market in the NBA.
That's the reason why, isn't it? Because it's OKC.
With the poorest owner,
right?
Maybe.
It's crazy.
But he goes way back further than that. Like, so you remember when Theo Epstein was like this young hotshot GM? And then he won the title for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And you remember how lauded he was?
Absolutely.
That's exactly what Sam Presti did.
Yeah.
I mean, he at one time, when he was the GM of the Sonics, people don't remember this, but before they moved to Oklahoma City, he was the youngest GM in the league. And he drafted Kevin Durant. And then they moved, but he also drafted Russell Westbrook. And he drafted James Harden. He's the only GM to draft 3 MVPs.
And he had to kind of tear that apart because they couldn't afford to keep everyone because, again, that's a cheap team.
He also drafted Ibaka. And, oh, by the way, we forget this because he's kind of getting older now. He comes from San Antonio, where apparently he's the one that talked the Spurs, R.C. Buford, into drafting Tony Parker.
Yep. So he had to tear down that Oklahoma City team that never quite got over the hump but was really good. And then after he had to tear that thing apart and Kevin Durant left him, all he did was kind of go into the hole and then in a couple years rebuild this version of it that did get over the hump. And I remember like when he traded for Paul George and people were making fun of him. Yeah, it turned out that was a pretty good idea because he was able to move that to the Clippers and he got Shea. It's just it's a master. It's a masterclass.
It absolutely is a masterclass.
Because we talk about Danny Ainge, and while Danny Ainge is a very good GM, Danny Ainge hasn't done jack S right now in Utah, and meanwhile Sam Presti's built the team that seems to be able to last.
No, Ainge hasn't done it yet in Utah, but I mean Boston. Yep. They were a laughingstock. He was the laughingstock, and then he won titles. Title. Yep. So he deserves his flowers too. But yeah, Presti is like. And then, oh, by the way, he traded for another MVP that nobody thought was MVP material, and he traded for him, and he turned him into an MVP. The dude is unbelievable. So they could potentially have 6 first-round picks in the next 2 drafts, all in the smallest market in the league, as Stephen pointed out, which is another reason why sometimes people tell you not to trust everything the Blazers say because they kept telling you for years that small market, can't do it. Well, Oklahoma City's done it.
Yeah, so they get the Clippers pick, which right now is slated to be 12. Yeah. Although in theory, again, it could
be 11.
Yeah.
If Golden State wins, it will move to 11.
But they have Utah's pick protected 1 through 8. They have Philadelphia's pick, which protected 1 through 4. They have their own. And they have the, I guess they have a round 2 pick swap. And then in 2027,
they have 3 more.
Potentially.
So yeah, so let's go through it. So the Thunder, the Clippers losing means that the Thunder get their lottery pick.
Yes.
Which, like you said, is currently 12th. But if Golden State wins, it's 11th.
Yeah.
That pick right there has a chance, only a 7% chance
but it could.
To land in the top 4. But it could.
Yeah.
And it has a 1.5% chance of being the number 1 pick.
Can you imagine?
No.
If those sons of bitches.
No.
Whatever happens in this playoff, if they get the number 1 pick and they get to add Depensa to that squad.
No. Strong no.
Do they even, I mean, it's just, it's silly.
So then they also own Utah's pick, as you said.
Yeah.
But that's top 8 protected. So it's very unlikely that they will get that. But if Utah falls out of the top 8, Oklahoma City gets that one too.
Yeah.
And then by Philly beating Orlando last night, so both results were great for the Thunder.
Yep.
So Philly beats Orlando. The Thunder now get the Sixers first-round pick, which will be somewhere in the 16 to 18 range.
Yeah.
They also have their own first-round pick, which will obviously be late first round. So they have... So is that 4? No, that's 3.
3.
Potentially 4, but 3.
Well, yeah.
Because the Utah one isn't going to...
Yeah, the Utah one probably won't. So they will probably end up with 3 with an outside chance of 4. And by the way, like even if it doesn't happen this year, then it just gets bumped into the next coming years. These picks are going to happen. I mean, they're set up for the next 3 years to continue to have basically multiple number ones.
So next year they own their own.
Yep.
The Nuggets top 5 protected pick, a Spurs top 16 protected pick, and a pick swap with the Clippers. So if the Clippers struggle next year, or they don't bring back Kawhi, or they just flip the script, whatever happens with the Clippers, they're certainly in limbo.
Yeah.
That could be a lottery pick. So Oklahoma City, they are a 64-win team. They are fresh off a title. Best case scenario, they pick, let's just say, best case scenario, they would pick 1, 9, 16, and 30 in this draft. They have set themselves up for that scenario, albeit that's a long shot.
Which is why it would be so awesome if the Spurs could knock them off, because it would put a little bit of pressure on them to say, is this the squad we want to roll with, or do we want to go with DeBansta and team him up with Shea? What does that look like? Do we need to keep Jalen Williams? If they win it all, like they can just kind of run everything back and push everything back if they need to, and hey, we'll sell this first round pick to another team. Like if they lose, they're gonna have to make some decisions.
Yep.
If they keep winning, they can kind of just roll everything back.
Well, and
again.
it's like this era of aprons and everything where you're not supposed to be able to keep these teams together. They can just keep getting younger and cheaper and selling off talent if they want to. They are positioned. I mean, the only thing that even remotely gives you pause is there's an alien down in Texas that seemingly has their number, but that's regular season. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. That's the only thing that gives you pause about this turning into another San Antonio type dynasty. And they also have players down there that don't seem to mind being in Oklahoma City. You know, like San Antonio got lucky. I don't know if you call it lucky, but all their guys weren't the teams that they built their championship teams around. None of them were Shaq, Kobe, Kevin Durant, guys that needed, the James Hardens. Those guys need to be in certain places. Like they're not going to be happy playing in a cow town. And Oklahoma City seems to have found a bunch of guys that don't mind being in a cow town. They don't mind kind of being underneath the radar.
I think that's part of Presti's charm.
Yeah.
I think, or part of what he looks for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Tom Dundon, what he should, so the Blazers should just do that. There you go.
Very easy.
There you go.
I like that.
So what you do
that over there.
See OKC, do that.
Yeah.
You go to plantascandal.com. You plant something in Oklahoma City that gets Presti turfed, and you pay him whatever he wants to be the GM.
Yeah, we got to. Hey, Instagram hots, go DM Sam Presti.
Unfortunately, it does feel like everyone and their grandmother is saying the one thing that the Blazers will not do is pay for non-talent. It like that seemed like when that was coming out that he was cheap and that he was very frugal. You never knew what to believe because it's all outside sources. But boy, it sure feels like there's a lot of people like in the national media that know Tom, that are aware of kind of the way he operates, and they all seem to say the same thing. He ain't paying. Like that's like $1 million for a head coach. Supposedly that's the budget that they're working with.
What do you think Cronin makes? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Presti makes $4.5 to $5 million a year.
Well, Joe Cronin doesn't make 4.5 to 5.
Yeah. Well, again, that's what it takes. Plantascandal.com.
All I know is if your budget is $1 million for a coach, I'm guessing your GM budget also.
I think there's a lot of people that are around the Blazers right now looking at their contracts like, man, am I making a little too much money right now? Yeah. I think I am.
It seems to me that's the way that man operates. He runs a tight ship.
Let's get rid of him. Bring back Jodes.
You mean the greatest owner?
I already missed Jody.
Yep. Deep pockets. Jody. Never hear from her. Even better. See, we're going to miss all the things we ragged on her about. We're now going to be like,
hey, she brought a G League team in a year earlier than it was supposed to be.
Well, it ain't her money. What does she care?
Exactly. Pay Sam Presti $20 million and get him over here.
I love
Not your money.
I don't think Dundon has $20 million.
Guys, move on.
No, I'm saying Jodes.
I know. Well,
get some of that Burt Cold money.
All right. So anyway, I wanted a Sam Presti appreciation segment because he really is what he's built. I don't know why people don't, I guess I do know why people don't talk about him. He's in Oklahoma City. He's kind of a dork. He's no Pat Riley in terms of his swagger.
No.
But who cares? Get that man a makeover. Get him in front of a microphone. He's like Mr. NBA. He's running circles around the league.
He does kind of have the slicked back hair a little bit. He's got some LA looks up in that.
Boy, he's way closer to Rich Cho than he is Pat Riley.
Well, he's in Oklahoma City. You imagine Pat Riley being in Oklahoma City?
Do you think he's ever been to Oklahoma City?
No, I don't think Riles has ever
Didn't
been
the Heat
there.
and Thunder
I still don't think he would show up.
Yeah. He'll watch from afar.
Say what you about Pat Riley. Dude, that guy's got it put together. Even he's gotten older. He's
How old is he now?
Oh, he's got to be in his 70s, right?
I don't know. That's
Oh,
why I
God,
asked.
he's 81.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was a little older.
Yeah. Still looks great at 81.
Yeah.
You know, that guy's
Love
on
that
South
guy.
Beach. You know, he's got that weird, like, orange, like, leathery tan going on. He's probably out sunning himself in a Speedo. His house is stellar.
Would you want Pat Riley or Sam Presti?
Oh, Sam Presti. Dude, Pat Riley's like, again, he's like 81. There's some people that think maybe it's time for Pat to kind of.
Uh-oh.
Well,
you want?
You're 81. Only an idiot would want an 81-year-old running. Oh, wait, never mind.
I could give you Pat Riley or Joe Cronin. What do you want? 81-year-old Pat Riley or Joe Cronin?
I think I'd still take Joe Cronin.
Wow.
I tell you right now, I do not want an 80-year-old in charge.
Why not?
I don't.
It's going great.
I do not. Let me reiterate again. I do not want someone that is in their 80s in charge of something that takes like serious cognitive functioning and you have to be mentally sharp at all times. You ever met an 80-year-old that doesn't take 9 naps a day? And I don't blame you. You're 80.
I don't know. I think things are going great.
We're just doing
I, for
awesome.
one, love my new overlords.
When's the last time an 80-year-old was in charge of something and we're like, awesome, cool?
That's a good question.
Remember those stories that Joe Paterno, like a recruit came to like, I think it was Terrell Pryor and Joe Paterno couldn't meet him because he was napping. That's a true story. The number one recruit in the country who's from your backyard happened to pop in and they couldn't get Joe Paterno to rouse himself to meet him because he was like, well, sorry, he's taking it.
Hey guys, I'll be here at 6:00 tomorrow. I got a nap.
I just Googled. Well, let's come back and. How about we come back?
Yeah.
Do you want to do another segment?
Yeah,
Not
tease what
really,
you
but
Googled.
sure
I'm
is.
actually really excited.
Yeah. Well, I
Don't tell me. No, don't tell me.
Well, you just told me to tease it, and now you
Yeah.
say don't tell me. I'm very confused.
I don't
You're like
wanna-
my wife. I don't know what to say right now. What should I say?
I'm gonna go break.
I Googled something. Next on the Fan. Okay, before I tell you what I found out from ChatGPT and Google about great old leaders. What do you mean, Jesus?
Isn't Jesus?
He was not.
Is he a great leader over 80?
He was not that old.
Isn't he like a couple thousand years old, right?
Well, there you go. There's your best example. No, I got to tell you a story. So I was mentioning, I said it tongue in cheek, but kind of not. Steven, I said I Googled something. And he's like, "Oh, tease that," and then I started to, and he's like, "No, don't." It reminded me of my wife. So I'm dealing with a perimenopausal wife.
Ah. Yeah.
And as I've told you before, buckle up for that.
That's a little erratic.
It's a wild ride.
Yeah.
And you guys out there, you know, and it's a thing. And I love her to death. Mm-hmm. But here's what it's like. It reminded me of that. So, example. Does the couch fit in this room?
Okay.
I'm asking her.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, no, the couch fits in this room. And then I'll be like, oh, okay. So you said the couch fits in this room. She goes, no, that's not what I said. And I'm like, well, yes, you did. And then she flips, right? Like, you cannot call her out on that. And I get that. It makes her feel bad, so she doesn't want me to call her out on that. But what I'm getting at is I'm now confused as to which room the couch fits.
It's kind of a brilliant plot on her.
I'm not calling you out. I'm just trying to figure out which room the couch fits in.
She's crazy like a fox. She's using subterfuge. That's called the weave. You have no idea what's happening.
Dude,
I like it.
It is something.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, well, now I don't know what to ask.
No.
Which room does the couch fit in? Ducking. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that was like Steven there.
What did you find for your great leaders over 80?
I found nothing.
Exactly.
No I found
one
one
who's 80 should be allowed to be in charge.
I was lying to you. See? I'm like my wife. I'm perimenopausal. Now I've got your head spinning, don't I? There is one. So what I gave him was, who is known as the greatest leader over the age of 80?
Yeah.
In history, like anyone.
Sure.
Well, no, I didn't say 80 at first, and it spit out some 70s, like Winston Churchill.
Okay.
And Nelson Mandela, he became president at 75 after he was in prison, you know.
Yeah.
So it lists things like that. And then I said, well, is there anyone over 80? And there's a list of 5 people.
Okay.
One, and I'll just go down the list here. One is Queen Elizabeth.
I'm sure she was doing great things.
Well,
What?
that's fair. Like, look, she didn't really do much, but she was...
She queened and vacuumed. She didn't do anything.
No, but she was very stately, and everybody likes her.
She waved from a
Well,
balcony.
no. She'd give speeches. They were very good speeches. Even after 85, she was very coherent.
Sure.
Are you kidding me?
But I stand down on that. I can't really die on that hill.
Yeah.
The next one they list is Joe Biden.
Problem that right there. That's the argument's over. I won. The best 2 examples you came up with.
No, wait. I said there are 5 names on this list.
Joe Roomba Biden, who just spun around, and Queen Elizabeth, who vacuumed. That's what we've got. My argument is secured.
Again, I have 3 more.
No, that's 1 and 2.
So, no, it isn't. It's actually, I went 5 first. 5, 4. Okay, so this is number 3.
Joe Biden.
What's wrong with Joe Biden?
He's doing great.
I'm really rich.
Is he still with us?
Kinda.
Kinda.
He's out there.
To
be fair, his face is only like 12, but
Mahathir Mohamad? I don't know. Returned to power at 92 and served again into his mid-90s. Basically unprecedented.
Where?
Good question, Wheels.
Now, did he return to power, or was this like a weird dictator?
Malaysia. He's from Malaysia.
Did they elect him, or was this some sort of military
I'm
coup?
with you. It's a little vague, but he was in charge. Okay. Deng Xiaoping, you know him. He remained the dominant force in China into his 80s, driving major economic reforms, even without holding the top formal title. Okay. And the best example, according to ChatGPT, is a man named Konrad Adenauer. Probably the strongest example. He led West Germany from age 73 to 87, and he helped rebuild the country after World War II and anchor it to the West. Okay. So those are your
That's a hell of a list.
3, maybe 4, but certainly not 5 highly influential leaders over the age of 80.
Once again,
And Pat Riley.
I stand by my statement. No one who's 80 plus, if you can see death's door and it's cracked open, you don't get to make decisions. You don't get to make decisions that affect the rest of us. You don't. And that goes for me when I'm 80. That's right there. And you're like, let me see here.
I just gave you examples, and you're refusing to acknowledge them. So that's the best I can do in this fake news denial world. That's the best I can do. That's all I can do.
Get a life, bro.
Fake news.
By the way, okay. Coming up next, someone has brought something to our attention that I am shocked that you have not seen yet. And we'll have to gather the audio of it. And we also have another bizarre Diana Rossini clip.
Oh, okay. We had someone get fired today for criticizing Rossini, too.
Whoa.
Did you see that?
The journalist that, the sideline reporter girl?
Yeah, the gal that fired the shots at Rossini.
They fired her?
Yeah, they fired her from USA Today. Said that, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Chrissy.
Yeah, Chrissy Ford? Was that her name?
Yeah, Freud, I think it was. Freud. Yeah, I guess, I think
Chrissy Freud.
Yeah, I think USA Today. I got to double check and make sure that it's, because now when you see stuff, you got to make sure that it's not.
Were you ball sacked?
That's why I want.
Awful announcing has it, so I think it's pretty real.
I think.
Got turf.
Yeah, she got turf. For
Boy,
her,
I tell you,
for her statements.
I don't know about that.
She fired.
She took some shots.
She took some shots because.
But what if they're true?
Well, this is what I told you. The Rossini stuff.
All right, just hold on.
Yeah,
hold it. Just
stop.
Stop. God.
Are you 80?
Stop.
Let's go ask Joe Biden what's going on. I'm sure he's got the answer.
Okay. We will be right back on The Fan.
From the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Mike Trout. Maybe he is back. The Angels beat the Yankees today 11-4, but Mike Trout hit another home run. It was his 5th home run in a 4-game series against the Yankees. Trout is the first player in baseball history to hit a home run in 4 consecutive games, or 4 consecutive days, as an opposing player at Yankee Stadium. Lakers guard Luka Doncic, Pistons guard Cade Cunningham, they're going to be eligible for end-of-season awards after the NBA and NBAPA agreed that both will be allowed to bypass the 65-game threshold for eligibility requirements. Both men are expected to be all-NBA players. Hornets guard LaMelo Ball, he will not be suspended for tripping Bam Adebayo on Tuesday against the Heat. Instead, he did get credited with a flagrant foul and fined $35,000, so Ball will be active when the Hornets take on the Magic tomorrow in play-in Friday. Duke guard Caden Boozer, he is expected to stay at Duke for his sophomore season, while his twin brother Cameron is expected to head to the NBA. And the NCAA committee, they recommended that football subdivision teams play a 12-game schedule over 14 weeks starting in 2027, with the season starting in what is now designated to Week 0. So Week 0 would then be turned into Week 1. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, welcome back. Tempers have calmed. We start a new hour of radio broadcast.
A new calm hour.
Yeah.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Maybe.
Until we get pissed off about something else.
Was that Mick Cronin?
Yeah. Yeah, that was when they were asking him about kicking the guy off. He kicked his own player out of the game.
That's right. For no reason.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Are you raising your voice at me?
I love people that make like weird rando threats. What if he is, Mick?
Right. What are you going to do about it, you little bastard?
Yeah, there was a media spat going on. One of the Mariners reporters, did you see that got caught with the AI thing?
Yeah, I saw that. That was she's still there. She's been there for years.
Yeah.
Angie Mentick?
Yeah. So she got caught at the Mariner game using AI, asking it like, what are some questions to ask after a tough loss?
Well, I hate this when people do this.
Yeah, they were
I think it is so invasive.
Yeah.
They're watching what you're typing on your phone.
Yeah.
Don't do that. No. So this person filmed it and zoomed in on it, and she was sitting in the press conference after they blew us. I think it was 6-0. Yeah, they lost.
They blew a bad lead, and things aren't going well up in Seattle.
And she was typing into ChatGPT good questions after a tough loss in baseball.
Right. So she was getting dragged for it or whatever, and one of the local media guys up there, he tweeted at the guy who had the original, assumingly the guy that recorded it, right? He is the one that tweeted it. And he said something like, "You delete this now," or else. And the guy's like, "Or else what?" And I get it. It's a D move, but the Twitter tough guy thing of, are you raising your voice? You delete this now, or what? What are you going to do? Are you going to scold me online? I love the random Twitter, or even in real life, the tough guy. Hey, we could have a problem. What if we are?
Come on,
where do you think this goes? I just thought that was hilarious. One, it was crappy that happened to her, but the coming to the rescue of, you delete this now. Scary.
I think that I actually would defend Angie Mentick.
Yeah.
And I would just say this.
It sucks.
You and I have done enough sports broadcasting to understand how worthless and stupid press conferences are.
100%.
And I will tell you that when you get into a press conference with a coach, or in this case, a manager or player,
it's
after it's having a bad night.
Yeah.
There is nothing good that is going to come of it, and I mean nothing. No. So she's a real reporter trying to do her job, and she's just looking for a little tact. Yeah. Like how do I? Because she's probably terrified to approach these guys.
I guess
like,
it's gonna be so bad.
But I think the biggest thing that I've learned, or not the biggest, one of the things that I've learned, and I learned this a long time ago about press conferences, is if you are out of questions, or this is true of interviews, like if we have somebody on the air, if you're out of questions and you're going to ChatGPT or you don't really know what to ask or how to ask it, the interview is over.
Yeah.
Okay, just get up and leave. You don't need to. It's over. Like. If you're resorting to that,
it's like being an 80-year-old leader. It's done.
It's
Walk
over.
away. Finish it.
Except for one.
Yeah, except for one. Well, and so now, of course, her being a female, like had a male reporter been caught doing this, people would have dragged him a little bit. But now we're getting the, well, you're a girl, and this is
you don't know what you're
doing.
You don't
know what you're doing. And
she's been there for years. She knows what she's doing.
Typical knuckle dragging, behavior. Exactly. But
I think a lot of people use Chat. I use ChatGPT on this show all the time. But I'm not a woman, so if I were a woman, would I be dragged for that?
We can have a problem. You delete that, and you delete it now.
I'm not deleting it.
Just if you are upset about something, don't.
Are you raising your voice?
Don't Mick Cronin. Are you raising? I wanted that reporter to be like, "What if I am Mick?"
Actually, I am.
Yes,
there it is, louder.
I am raising my voice. Thank you.
So,
take your butt out of here.
Oh yeah, Jim Mora.
I love tough guy.
Jim Mora Jr. He's the quintessential tough guy.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, you shut up. Take your butt out of here.
Okay, where were we?
And by the way,
what are you doing?
She did respond to it in a funny way.
What'd she say?
I'll pull up her tweet because she had no choice at that point but to address it. And one of two things can happen. Like you can get defensive, you can hide from it,
or you could be like Diana Rossini.
Well,
and make it totally worse for yourself.
Yeah. I'm going to pull this up because I saw it here. Let me find her.
On the fan.
Yeah, she says, I'm currently asking AI to how to handle going viral for using AI. In all seriousness, I'm late to the AI party. Earlier this season, I experimented with AI to see if it had any questions to add to my list of my post-game coverage. We've come a long way since pen and paper when I started in 1997, always learning.
Here's another thing about...
I thought that was a really nice... Yeah. Didn't get defensive about it.
It'll
laughed
go
at herself
away.
a little bit. And
here's another thing about covering a team on the daily, as I would imagine. Especially baseball, 162 games. She's covering them every day.
Yes.
You get tired of talking to the same person over and over and over. Like you do run out of things to talk to them about.
Trying to come up with a new angle.
Yeah, right. So I just have no problem with what she did.
There's nothing wrong with what she did. It's just a little embarrassing. And the person that's an invasion. It sucks, but it is the reality that we live in now. Like, if you're out in a public space and you're on your phone, be prepared. There was a guy during the Peterson stuff with Kansas that got caught sending a text about what was going on with Kansas's best player. And
well, he didn't get caught. He was just sending a text to someone, and somebody over his shoulder filmed what he was texting, which is not good.
No, it sucks. And so again, be better than that. But if you're sending a text, you're out in public, you do have to be aware now that that's a thing. They got privacy screens now.
Okay.
To try to help with that.
Yeah, no, they do. I always see that with people on flights.
Yeah.
Like on their computers or iPads.
Yep.
And I always wonder what they're hiding.
Yeah.
But then
Coach Vaughn has one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get, I don't need to get one. I never look at anything really on flights.
Or do
yeah. I mean,
but I think that they are good to have.
Yeah,
because I find myself lurking at, like, when you see businesmen on flights.
100%.
And they're typing,
spreadsheets,
TPS reports or whatever it is, stupid crap they're typing. I always look at that.
They're DMing Instagram hots. I mean,
try to read it.
Sharon Moore sitting next to you. Like,
hey, come on, Sharon.
I always enjoy watching them type emails and reading what they're saying and how professional. And yes, Jenny, let's circle back on this next week as I am on a flight to Fort Lauderdale. Like that kind of crap.
I always look.
It just cracks me.
You can't help. You can't help
look.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to know what they're doing.
But I would never ever film someone or take a snapshot of it. But
I might. No, I'm just kidding.
It happens.
I wouldn't.
Everyone's trying to get their little 2 minutes, but everyone calm down. No one needs,
Not me. You know how many minutes we've had over the years? I don't want any of them.
That's true.
All right.
Are we going to have a problem? Are we going to have beef? Is that what's happening here right now? You better. That's it. You bet. Are you? Anytime someone says you better or are you with that question, like, the idle threat's coming right behind it.
Okay, I've got two things for you in our next segment.
All right.
Well, hopefully we have two things. At least one thing. There is a texter who has pointed out something, and I saw this earlier today, and we have the audio. Stephen has pulled the audio for us. I am surprised you have not seen this. This is right up your alley.
How do you know that I haven't seen it? What is it?
Well, actually, that's true. Yeah,
I don't know what it...
You may.
Yeah.
Well, we'll play it for you.
Okay.
We'll see if you figure it out. And then Diana Rossini with another wild clip.
Yeah,
that has surfaced.
And then we have someone else who's gotten their knees cut off because of their response to Rossini.
I can tell you, we're not going to get to all that, but we're going to try.
We're going to try.
We're going to try. Damn it! That's next on The Fan. Get a lot of people texting in about screen peeping on flights.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah, it sounds like everyone does do it.
So give yourself a privacy screen, people.
Yeah, that's right. If you're hiding jet age secrets.
Or you just don't want someone up in your business.
I'm trying to think of my business. If I were, because I never really use my iPad or computer on a flight.
I don't have anything that I would be.
If I did, I'm wondering what, maybe sports betting stuff?
You wouldn't want people seeing that?
Well, like balances and stuff. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
If they flash on the screen, or I don't know how close they're peeping, but things like that.
Yeah, I'm just in general. I don't really care. Can't think of anything that I would be typing, but at the same time, it's not meant for you. Therefore, I'd rather you not see it. Now, I got a privacy screen by accident. When I bought my phone case, it came with a privacy screen, and I was like, oh. But now that I've had it and you see all this stuff, I will continue to use one.
But that doesn't change how you use your phone.
No.
No,
it does not.
So why not have one?
Yeah. Yeah, just like it's a little darker. That's the only thing. You have to turn up the brightness a little bit. Other than that, same thing.
Okay, so we're gonna play a little something for Big Sook.
All right.
This is Pete Hegseth. Now, do you know Pete Hegseth?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so you did see
I
this.
did see this.
Okay.
Again, hand to God, I thought this was fake again. I thought this was a ball sack thing.
It might be.
It doesn't appear to be. This appears to be real.
Well, Pete is our Secretary of, what is he, Defense?
No, it's the Secretary of War.
Is that what they call him?
That's a real thing. Yes.
He's the goober who's always drunk.
He is the Secretary of War, formerly the Secretary of Defense, but apparently that was too soy boy, so we've changed it to Secretary of
devout alcoholics.
War.
Okay, so I'll play this, and I'll play this for other people who haven't heard it.
He's at a prayer breakfast.
Yeah, he's at a prayer brekkie, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And
you gotta get together with the Lord.
He's speaking, and this is his prayer.
Reflect Ezekiel 25:17. So the prayer is Caesar 25:17, and it reads, and pray with me, please. The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee. And amen.
Okay, you're laughing, but I'm sure that there are some people out there that are like, what's the big deal? Well, let me play this.
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
I just can't.
That's Pulp Fiction, guys.
By the way, in case you're wondering, that's not a real Bible.
It is not real.
It's not real.
No.
Well,
not that I would know that.
That is a real prayer breakfast he's at, and he did use that.
He presented it as real.
Yeah, the Ezekiel 25:17 was made up by Quentin Tarantino and is one of the famous lines.
Is that a bit?
It's got to be a bit, dude. I am convinced that's a bit. Yes, they're doing a bit. They are doing a bit. Someone is doing a bit. It may not be. Okay, it's one of two things, and you cannot convince me otherwise. There's no way they're that stupid.
Because I am not a religious man, but if I'm religious, I feel like I would know that's not a real Bible verse.
Yeah, maybe. I don't. Now that Sue could talk more about that as a very religious man. But here, it's one of two things.
It's also a famous movie quote.
It's one of the most famous scenes.
Yeah,
it's probably the most famous scene from Pulp Fiction.
But look at the audience. You can see the video. No one's reacting to it. People are just looking at him like, yeah, They're praying.
Yeah, it's one of the air.
one of two things. Somebody hates Pete Hegseth in his inner circle
and filmed it.
And no, they wrote that for him, and because they knew he wouldn't figure it out. He's probably drunk up there. Like, here, read. Here's your verse to read. They're doing a bit again on him.
Yeah.
Or they're all doing a bit on their audience, which is probably more likely. And they're like, watch these idiots eat this up.
Well, I will tell you that the Quentin Tarantino Ezekiel 25:17 is way better than the real Ezekiel 25:17. Tarantino talks about that in his. I love Quentin Tarantino, and he's talked about that a bunch. That's one of the main things that he gets is people do believe that is a real Bible verse, and he always laughs when he tells people that no, we had to. He took a Bible verse and then he Tarantino.
So what happened?
What do you mean?
What was that? Like, dude, what do you think happened? That's unbelievable.
I think someone for him, a speechwriter, decided to take what's a really cool fake Bible verse and then use it in a political sense of the downed aviator, and probably didn't just thoroughly check that it wasn't a real Bible quote.
Okay, so Hegseth probably just gets handed that.
I think he just gets handed that.
And so he reads it.
Yes, I think
whoever wrote it just didn't double check.
And probably thought to a certain crowd that was red meat that was going to get eaten up and was going to be awesome.
Wow.
Because when Jules says it in Pulp Fiction, dude, it's one of the baddest things ever. He even says it at the end when he quotes it again. He goes, I never really gave much thought of that. I just thought it was some cold blank to say to someone before I popped a cap in them. Like, he even said, that's the whole reason. It's super badass. And
so it's AI. Like, maybe they went to AI.
It's possible.
They Angie Mentic the Bible verse.
It's possible.
Are you telling me they're not actually religious people?
Dude, we're living
Yes.
we're living in a simulation at this point.
They would say otherwise. They are. Big religion.
Yeah, you're right. It is someone AI'd a motivational Bible verse and they got Tarantino.
Here, read this.
Well, I think that happens a lot. I think when you're giving a political speech, I think someone just hands you a piece of paper and you're like, I'm Ron Burgundy. It's so bad.
Okay. Well, we're not going to have time for the Rossini stuff. We'll get to that at probably 5:15.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I just...
Oh my God, you're going to pass out. Get this man a Gatorade and a towel.
Sometimes
It's exhausting, I know.
I have to pinch myself.
Again, this is why we drink.
This is why we drink.
I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. This is why we drink. If you ever have a problem with me drinking,
this is
just look around the world, okay?
Yeah.
It's what I need.
I need
devout alcoholic.
I need about 3 fingers right now.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
I will lay my vengeance upon thee.
All right, coming up next.
I kind of want to watch Pulp Fiction.
It is time for In the News. It is the end of an era.
Oh, no.
How do we say goodbye? Here's Stephen.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Angels beat the Yankees today 11-4, but the big news, Mike Trout may be back. He hit another home run today. It was Trout's 5th home run in the 4-game series, and Trout became the first player in baseball history to hit a home run in 4 consecutive days as an opposing player at Yankee Stadium. Lakers guard Luka Doncic, Pistons guard Cade Cunningham, they will be eligible for end-of-season awards after the NBA and NBAPA agreed that both would be allowed to bypass a 65-game threshold for eligibility requirements. They both were. Luka was 1 game short, and Cade Cunningham was 2 games short of the threshold. Both are expected to be all-NBA players. LaMelo Ball, he will not be suspended for tripping Bam Adebayo on Tuesday. Instead, he did get credited with a flagrant foul and fined $35K. Ball will be active for the Hornets when they take on the Magic tomorrow on play-in Friday. Duke guard Caden Boozer, he's expected to stay at Duke for his sophomore season. His twin brother Cameron is expected to head to the NBA. And an NCAA committee recommended that football bowl subdivision teams should play a 12-game schedule over 14 weeks beginning in 2027. So what that means is week 0 would actually turn into week 1, and the season would start a week earlier than it already does. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Right in the butt.
Like a sex machine. Get on up. Get up. Get on up. Stay on the scene. Get on up. Like a sex machine. Get on up. Wait a minute.
Shut up.
Shake your arm. Then use your palm. Stay
Not ready
on the scene.
Still
Like
holding.
a sex machine.
Holding pattern. Let's listen to some James Brown. Every now and then I do find myself down YouTube like music video holes, and you can do a lot worse than going back and checking out James Brown's live performances. That dude. Especially when you know what was going on behind the scenes. You know?
A little sweaty up there.
Oh. James Brown was he was a complicated man, but boy, that dude could work it.
It is April 16, 2026. It is time now for In the News. I am your noted and humble newsman. Thank you. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Top story.
It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today is National Eggs Benedict Day.
Oh.
Yeah. Love Eggs Benedict.
Yeah, I don't
Big
get it.
fan.
I don't get it that often, but when I do, delightful.
I'm a sucker for it.
Are you?
You'll get me every time, particularly if you have your own twist on the Eggs
Yeah,
Benedict.
you do, like, because, that's the key, is there's lots of different versions of it.
It is also National Bean Counters Day. I would imagine because they get to
Tax.
relax
After
the rush of tax mania.
That makes sense.
Well, it's the end of an era, Jace. It is over.
What happened?
Well, it's not over yet, but it will end.
It's over-ing.
It is overing. It is officially ending. Lloyd Center will close its doors for good.
So that sweet protest group, they didn't get their way?
It didn't work.
Shocking.
They will close their doors for good on August 8th.
So get in there to buy whatever you need. I'm going to go there one more time.
So who else to lead us down the path of remembering
Than the great.
the Lloyd Center than the great Myers Leonard?
I was a little boy in Illinois shooting socks into a bin. Dreaming of the NBA while the clock counts down from 10.
Jed Fish gets me hot.
City park lights on summer nights. Just a hoop and me.
Dead saw.
I'll always love that.
I'm thinking about all the times I went to Lloyd Center Mall and bought a cord at Radio Shack.
Hey, I would tell you that being a kid, getting dropped off at the Lloyd Center and spending all day there, that was kind of like a big deal. Yeah.
You guys used to hang out there.
Yeah, that was like
Go to the movies.
12-year-old me getting to spend the day at Lloyd Center and then going to see like Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Oh no. That was a big deal. Pro Image Sports, you go there and try to roam the latest like jerseys and hats. And then you go to Spencer's Gift and flip through all the nudie posters in the back. That was always badass. And then you'd find another group of punk teenagers there that also had a lot of fat aggression, and you would pretend to start some sort of imaginary beef with them. Maybe get yourself a pretzel, an Orange Julius, if you will.
So I just want to let you know that the chorus of that song is "There's good in goodbye." So remember the Lloyd Center fondly. We hardly knew ye, although we knew you very well. You were at one time like the biggest mall in America, weren't they? Wasn't it?
Oh,
aren't you?
I don't know about that.
I think it was when
was it like back in the day?
Yeah, seriously, when it was built, I think it was the largest in America.
Yeah, Lloyd Center was kick-ass, and now
now it's not.
It is not. So it's shut down. Although
the era has become.
If you look at the renderings for what they're going to do with it, it actually looks pretty nice.
Not if you ask the advocacy groups fighting against saving the Lloyd Center.
You are correct, by the way. It was the largest shopping center in the United States when it opened.
Yeah, I told you.
What's going to be weird now is because they're going to be like through streets. So you're going to be able to like drive through what was Lloyd Center, which will be strange. They're doing like 6 different like little neighborhood components of it.
A star-studded cast is filming a musical drama here in Portland.
Talk to me. How do I get a role?
I can't answer that question.
I'm waiting for my star turn.
Last week, the entertainment publication revealed, this was Deadline, the entertainment publication revealed Baby You're a Star has begun production in Portland. The film, set in 1989, will star Rack City rapper Tyga.
I don't think they're looking for me then.
As an ambitious young artist determined to break free from the limitations of his environment as he navigates love, identity, and the pursuit of artistic expression.
He's navigating the mean streets of West Lynn, trying to break through in 1989. You don't know what's happening in these streets of West Lynn? You don't. You don't know. You don't know what's happening?
Okay, this is going to be an old man thing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask a question.
Go for it.
Not meaning to be critical.
But you're going to be.
Is it star-studded if Tyga is the first name? Is that
my thought.
Yeah, I mean.
Is that star-studded? Who is Tyga?
Rack City.
What's that?
It's a song.
He was.
It's about a strip club.
I think he's got a baby with one of the Kardashians.
That sounds about right.
Or maybe it was one of the Jenners. I don't know. He's like
Outer Banks actress.
I've heard of him.
Outer Banks actress Madison Bailey and Ashton Sanders, who had a leading role in the Golden Globe-winning drama Moonlight, will also star. Other cast members include Apollonia of Prince's 1984 Purple Rain film, Patrick Cage of Westworld, David Alan Grier.
And David Alan Grier of In Living Color, and you had the nerve to question whether it's star-studded.
Well, they should have put him higher. He's the only guy I know.
No, it's Tyga, man.
And Mike Epps.
I've heard of him. He was Black Doug in The Hangover.
The Hangover, yeah.
Hey, dare I say...
He's been in a ton of stuff. I love Mike Epps.
Look, I think we can officially call this
Star-studded.
Star-studded.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
That's how I feel.
Maybe they're listening to the show right now. They're filming here. Think they turn us on after they're done every day?
Hey, if you need like an 80s goon, it's long been my dream to be some sort of villain goon in a bad movie. So, just saying, if you need an 80s punk, like or just like an old man to like throw something at you, give me a call. I can do it.
You guys been to PDX lately?
No.
I'm going tomorrow.
Hey, where are you going?
I have to drop off Coach Vaughn.
Oh.
Well, that's true. I've dropped people off, but that doesn't.
You haven't been in there?
That's a no countsies.
I tell you what, I gotta say,
January, I think it was the last time I flew anywhere.
what they have done with PDX is awesome.
Yeah, the new airports.
Like, dude,
the new
it
airport's
is
awesome.
Really, really awesome.
Yes.
Like it makes you want to hang out in there.
Yeah, I do. I have now, especially with all the security lines, supposedly all the hubbub with that. I do have a buddy of mine now that shows up early and he just hangs out in all the lounges.
Dude,
he loves it.
I get it. $2.2 billion, so it should be nice.
I would think.
The whole airport project. But they are saying that it is almost done. Within the next couple of months, you will see the final phase, and that is straight to baggage from your terminal exit.
Yeah, because when you show up now, you still have a big section that's like you see what's coming.
Well, you show up now, and you can kind of get turned around. They funnel you to all these.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
And then you got to walk through the people in the stadium seating, and then you got to go all the way past all the ticketed counters, and then go down the escalators to get your bags or whatever.
Yep.
So that will change. You're going to bypass all that now, and they will open this within the next couple months, but they will have escalators straight down to baggage claim.
Yeah.
On either side.
Yeah.
So
you're telling me that for 2.2 whatever billion,
2.2 billion,
2.2 billion, we got all that done, and yet the bridge is going to cost us 19.
That's right. Probably more.
Probably more. 20 when it's all said and done.
My prediction is 30.
So,
well, that's the starting number.
Starting number, yes.
Fluctuating.
I'm hoping that we get the #1 airport ranking back, because for a while there we were very braggadocious about it.
Give me a better airport.
We got a great airport,
dude. PDX has got to be #1 again.
Yes.
And I think that was their whole motivation for redoing it.
Yeah, we didn't like losing the ranking.
We did not like that.
We fell to like number 6 or something, and now
that is one thing we take great pride in.
We do,
or used to, having the #1 airport. Give me a better airport.
It's better than ever.
Outside of Portland, what's the best airport you've ever been in? And I mean in the U.S.
Yeah, because international, I'm telling you, it's Istanbul. That airport is bananas. It's the best airport I've ever been to in my entire life. The United States, Utah is a good one. Salt Lake has a good airport.
Never been.
But ours is excellent. And we're also big, but we're not like, we're not LAX.
No. That's part of its charm.
Yeah.
Is that
you get to a certain point, you go to Chicago, you go to Dallas and all that. It's so big, you can't.
Well, you can. It's just
it sucks.
Too costly.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much.
Our airport, excellent.
Too much.
You're a loser.
Okay. One of my notes have disappeared. I don't know why that is.
Oh.
I have more cool stuff for you, but
I like cool stuff. Well, good thing we have another segment. You can break and come back with more cool stuff.
I know, but I'm trying to figure out something to tease, and now it's like disappearing. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hold one.
Holding. Back into the holding pattern. Just going to think about Myers-Leonard hammering down some more.
No, that was good and goodbye.
I know, but,
Come on.
Well, I'm familiar with my Myers-Leonard.
Let's see. I've got Choose Your Own Adventure. More fees coming your way.
Oh, I love more fees. Someone's got to pay for that bridge.
Or I've got one for you West Siders.
Nah, I want some more fees.
Fees, you got it?
Yeah.
This time it'll be on your utility bill.
Love it.
That's next on The Fan. That's right. That is what this is. Also, the SEGI here within that is in the news for April 16, 2026. Now, you said you wanted to know about more fees coming our way.
I love more fees.
Well,
I often think to myself that the government isn't taking nearly enough of our money.
Well, if you want your roads to be better, you need to pay up, bitch.
Yeah, aren't we running like $100 million budget shortfall on that too?
What do you mean too?
Well, everything apparently is 100. We're down 100 million in like every department.
We're losing a lot of money.
I don't
know about you, but I pay my taxes.
Our roads seem to be in such great shape. So,
we pay our taxes.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to me they can't understand why people are frustrated. We pay our taxes, most of us.
Yeah.
We pay some of the highest taxes in the United States.
Yeah.
We have terrible roads.
Yes.
Then they say, "Hey,
we need more.
We're going to add a fee to your utility bill to fix our terrible roads."
Hooray!
So I wonder why they don't understand our displeasure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But a key Portland City Council committee on Wednesday passed an amended proposal to institute a flat fee on utility bills in order to fund road upkeep throughout the city.
Awesome. Love it.
The Finance and Governance Committee of the Whole, which includes all 12 members of City Council. Boy, that's really something. They have all 12 of them on their own committee. Isn't that just the City Council? Wow.
It goes to the ways and means of a committee.
We do need the ways and the means of a committee. Apparently 12 of them.
They met Wednesday afternoon to discuss the fee and several amendments to the original proposal. Throughout the state of Oregon, transportation officials at all levels of government have increasingly sounded the alarm that funding sources are falling short. The Portland Bureau of Transportation has told City Council that it needs $45 to $50 million more per year just to keep the streets of citywide concern from deteriorating further.
Hey, I that's great. I thought 100 million. So,
Didn't we just find like 20 million laying in a closet or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I thought it was like close to 70.
Yeah, I mean.
So I like that there's
like a janitor closet.
I like they're saying that we need 50 million just to keep the roads in crappy shape. Because remember it said in further. So you're admitting that the roads suck.
Yes.
And if we have 50 million, they'll continue to suck, but only at the same suctitude that they currently suck. Great job, City Council. You guys are awesome.
To subsidize PBOT's maintenance work, the council has been considering adopting a transportation utility fee, or a TUF. It is a flat fee of $12 a month on your utility bill.
Damn right.
For single-family homes, $8.40 for multifamily home residents, and 4.3% of the utility bill for businesses. Wow.
So what do those people need $12 for? I'm waiting to hear that. You know what? Just go to a Starbucks once less and shut up. Give me your $12. Government's awesome.
Utility fees are one way city governments can raise money to pay for services without referring the matter to voters as a tax. Many of Portland's neighboring cities have already pulled the trigger on similar fees, it says here. A TUF.
Ah, yes, the TUF. New and creative ways. The TUF is coming for you.
So here's what's going to happen.
Right in the behind.
I have a prediction. We'll pay our TUFs.
Yeah.
And in 5 years, our roads will be worse.
Yes. Or
That's my prediction.
They'll just stay the same crappy roads that we have now.
Well, they have to get worse. Wear and tear, weather.
That's true.
I mean, they're not getting better.
I know when I had to buy all new tires because of that sweet pothole over there off of 3rd. Man, if only they had been toughing these roads, my tire wouldn't have been destroyed. Thank you so much, City of Portland.
And finally, Jace, no one tries to steal Dave.
No?
No.
Doesn't someone try to? Who am I stealing, and why is his name Dave?
A Portland man stabbed his neighbor, believing she was trying to steal his cat.
Oh. Yeah, you can't do that. It seems a bit rash.
Portland police arrested Scott Thompson, 47-year-old, Sunday after responding to multiple 911 calls and finding a woman bleeding from several stab wounds. This was the 5,000 block of Southeast Duke Street. Officers spoke to Thompson's father, who told police Thompson woke him up and said, "Dad, I think I just killed Jackie. She was trying to steal Dave."
So he knew Jackie.
Yeah, his neighbor.
So you just...
Police found a small kitchen knife covered in blood, a white cloth covered in blood, a revolver with 5 rounds, and a trail of blood leading from Thompson's residence to where the victim was located. The woman had been stabbed on her face and told police she was scarred and was fighting for her... scared. Sorry. I can't read.
Yeah.
And was fighting for her life.
Yeah.
Police said they were unable to get a statement from her because she was taken into surgery.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
She almost died.
Yeah, that's some scary stuff. How much meth was my man on?
Well, the woman told a witness that she had tried to pet a cat but was attacked by Thompson. The witness said Thompson also pointed a handgun at the woman during the argument. The witness told police the pair were friends, but said Thompson had begun expressing romantic interest in the woman, and they had several prior disputes over the cat. Dave, it's complicated.
Yeah, it is
about
complicated.
Dave.
Boy,
Perhaps they were lovers, and she was trying to take Dave.
Well, I'm watching a news story here. Now, I'm not familiar with Duke Street. Are you?
No, I have no idea where that is.
I don't know where this is at either, but I'm looking here. And,
what kind of vibes?
About what you
describe the vibe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to think here.
Well,
is this methy vibe? Is it homelessy vibe? Is it
they're eating the cats?
Is it trashy vibe?
There you go.
Is it
whatever you think a house that would have a cat that would result in a stabbing? Let's just say the porch of the stabbing.
What's it have on it?
A lot of chemicals. A lot of buckets.
No.
Yeah, it's about. It's just
okay.
And the neighbor who's given the account of what happened, it's about right. It all just kind of works.
All right.
It's terrible though. You pet a cat and you get stabbed in the face.
Yeah, a little bit of an overreaction there.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good for him.
The guy giving the report, he kind of seems like remember your old late father-in-law. He's got one of the retired.
Oh.
He's got one of the retired camo hats on.
Old Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
The old fella. He was the one who loved Bi-Mart.
Yeah. So
tell you what, I went to Bi-Mart the other day and checked his numbers, even though he's dead.
That's the neighbor giving the. He's got the retired army hat on.
Yeah,
He's giving off that.
He's got a mustache. He's powerful man.
He saw the whole thing go down.
Man to be taken seriously.
I guess.
All right.
Don't try to steal Duke though.
It's Dave.
Or Dave.
Yeah.
By the way, can I tell you too that I also appreciate people that name cats and dogs like Dave.
Yeah, I like that too.
What's your dog's name? That's Ted. I appreciate that.
What is the best person name for a pet?
My cousin's got a dog named Ted, and I appreciate it. It's just Ted.
Well, Ted's ruined because of the movie.
Yeah,
for me.
That's true.
What about Pete?
Pete. Dave's pretty good.
Gary?
That's awesome.
Gary
the cat. Oh, more people need.
That's SpongeBob. That's SpongeBob's little guy.
Yeah, the snail.
Gary.
Yeah, more people need random pet names like that.
That is in the news April 16, 2026. It's brought to you by The Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Coming up next, I don't want to jinx it, but I probably will, and headlines on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Angels beat the Yankees today at 11-4, but big story out of it was Mike Trout. He hit another home run. It was his 5th home run in the 4-game series against the Yankees. Trout, the first player in baseball history to hit a home run in 4 consecutive days at Yankee Stadium. Lakers guard Luka Doncic, Detroit Pistons guard Cade Cunningham. They will be eligible for end-of-season awards, even though they did not hit the 65-game threshold that was agreed on by the NBA and NBAPA. Both players will be expected to be All-NBA guys. LaMelo Ball of the Hornets, he will be able to play after tripping Bam Adebayo on Tuesday. There was thoughts that he would get suspended. He did not. He got credited with a flagrant foul and fined $35,000. Hornets take on the Magic tomorrow to be the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. Duke guard Caden Boozer, he is expected to stay at Duke for his sophomore season. His twin brother Cameron expected to be a top 3 pick in the NBA draft. And an NCAA committee recommended today that the football subdivision teams play a 12-game schedule over 14 weeks beginning in 2027. So what that means is the now week 0 that we know and love would turn into week 1, and the college football season would start a week earlier. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks, don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com. Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Thursday. We are your sportsmen. My name is Isaac. Big Sook's right over there.
Right here.
Look at him. And we've also got Stephen Vaughn on the controls over there. A lot of people texting in their human names for pets. Mm-hmm. We have a pug named Ernie. Richard was this man's cat. We had a cat named Fat Gary and a dog named Gordon.
Growing up, my mom's best friend had a hound dog named Fred that I always appreciated. Oh, Fred.
We have a 150-pound cane corso named Walter. Here's a guy who had a cat named Steve. I have dogs named Terry and Willie. My friend has a cat named Linda. My wiener dog is Reggie Hammond. My English bulldog's name is Frank, named after Frank Thomas. And Larry.
I've never had, as much as I enjoy it, I've never had a normal, like...
I mean, either.
I've never had a person name for any of my dogs. Never happened.
Well, we have Molly, but she was already, she came with that.
She came with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to do that next time. If you get, because oftentimes you don't name a dog anymore, right? Like if you
really?
Get, well, I mean, if you get rescues and stuff, I guess sometimes you change their name.
I've always changed it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just always go with what they're like. Oh yeah, this is Molly. Like, all right.
Yeah, I got a boxer years and years ago, and he came as Rex, and I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Like we're changing that.
Rex.
We're changing that immediately.
Rex? Why?
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
I named him Apollo Creed, a boxer. Not naming the dog Rex.
Rex is a great name.
Nah, it's right out.
English neighbors, 2 cats, Clive and Theo. By the way, I said I didn't want to jinx it,
but you did.
I have not yet, because I've now mentioned it twice.
Okay.
We do have a no-hitter going on in baseball right now.
Allow me to flip over and continue to jinx it.
And now that I have officially mentioned it, we'll see if I jinxed it. But it is the Guardians and the Orioles, Cleveland pitcher Parker Messick. Perhaps it's Messick. I don't know.
No idea.
He is a rookie, and he has pitched 7 2/3 and has not allowed a hit.
I actually was debating I put it in my update, and I didn't because I didn't want to jinx it.
Well, I've now jinxed it.
Like the superstitious nature.
Yeah. Well, you never talk about a no-hitter, but people always do.
Yeah.
And then it
I mean, as the broadcaster, you do kind of have to mention the
exactly.
narrator.
Yeah.
Goes without saying. And there's no reason that I would flip over to the Orioles and Guardians unless you told me it was a no-hitter.
So he is a second-round pick in 2022 out of Florida State.
Okay.
And he has had quite a run in the minors. And last year he was pretty good in the few games that he pitched for Cleveland. And now he's starting off this year quite well as well. Parker Messick.
Boy, I just flipped on the game here. Turn around. What sort of camera vision do I got going on here? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. He's drunk out there.
I do think there was a drunk cameraman somewhere in Cleveland, and then it clicked over. It was like, oh, all right, that's better.
Some headlines. We'll keep you posted on that.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
How are we discussing Audi Crooks the other day? What was the
powerful?
Powerful.
He's powerful.
Powerful.
Half-court player.
Yes, this man on the mound right now is indeed a half-court player, and he's powerful with a sturdy base.
Sturdy base.
Sturdy base.
There you go.
That dude's from Iowa. That's a farm boy right there.
Actually, where is he? Well, I mentioned he went to Florida State.
Yeah,
I think
that's got Midwest. That's a Midwest.
He's a Florida.
Is
boy.
he really?
Yeah. Look at the stash.
Oh.
That's a little trashy.
Yeah, he does have that. But that ass that's farm ass. That's good.
Well, they
that's
farm
good
land
Iowa.
in Florida.
Do they?
Yeah.
I think they farm meth.
Well, anyway,
meth and gators.
Headline: the college football world is getting its act together.
It is.
Well, I mean, yeah, it kind of is.
Really?
Slowly, yes.
We'll see about that.
Dude, it's so much better. Remember when we had the BCS? Are you kidding me?
As much as you hate the BCS, remember when we just voted on who was the national champion?
Yes. So we're getting better.
It is getting better. Yes.
Beginning in 2027, college football could have an earlier official start to the season.
It's been recommended.
Yeah, again, all this stuff is so stupid. It can't be this hard, but it's got to go to a committee, and then they have to ratify it, and it takes, I don't know.
Does it have to go to the means and ways of a committee?
I think it does.
Goes to the ways and means of a committee.
By the way, we got the no-hitter through 8 now, officially.
The NCAA's Football Oversight Committee recommended a standard start before Labor Day weekend. Under the proposal, the regular season would begin on the Thursday of what is now called Week 0 and still end on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Schools would have 14 weeks to schedule 12 games. This model would give teams 2 open dates and allow for flexibility for potential changes to the postseason.
Which is the only reason they're doing this, is to try to make the postseason a little better. So,
God.
Good.
So they're going to start the postseason earlier. They're probably going to eventually do away with championship games, conference championship games, and start the postseason earlier, and they'll be done by maybe wrap up around New Year's.
Yeah, I saw the Vandy coach
hard.
said that they need to consider like health and safety, and I was like, what? How does moving the season up and giving you an extra bye week, how does that impact health and safety?
Also,
Well, I
you
think that's
not
what he
competing with the NFL is always a good thing. So move the season up a little bit farther, and you're going to have the weekends by yourself.
But I think what he meant, maybe I'm wrong, but I think what he meant was this is good because we need 2 bye weeks.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I thought when I read the quote, I thought it was like we need to discuss health and safety before we make any decisions, and I'm like, this should benefit health and safety.
He said from our vantage point, it was something we've supported and feel strongly about.
Good.
Yeah. To go through a season with two bye weeks is challenging to a roster, but he was like,
yeah, you need to
players need it.
2 bye weeks is indeed good. And getting everyone on some form of uniform schedule, if somehow you could do it with conference games and all that, it just, which is why we need a czar of college football. You can't have a czar of college football, though, because you have to collectively bargain. And I wish we could just kick this thing ahead 10 years and come up with like a reasonable model. But they're going to drag this thing kicking and clawing until the very end.
It'll take them forever.
Yeah.
But they're getting there.
Yeah.
Mike Trout, as Steven's been telling you, he's in the news today because he had another home run at Yankee Stadium. I think he hit 5 in the series. He might have hit 2 today. I don't remember. But he is the only...
Hit 1 today.
He only hit 1 today. Okay. So he hit 5 in the series. He is the only opposing player to hit a home run in 4 straight games at Yankee Stadium.
Really?
Yeah, that has never happened by an opposing player. And he did it with a home run today. He hit 5 in the series. Suddenly he's good. The Angels are not bad, and they beat the Yankees 11-4.
Well, it would be neat if Mike Trout got to be the old Mike Trout, because it's been a while, and you kind of forget how, I mean, he's 34 going on 35. Like, I don't think we'll ever see anything close to the old Mike Trout, and I wonder how we will view him, because Trout was on a 10-year run at the beginning that was, like not just first ballot Hall of Fame, but one of the greatest to ever do it. And then it just...
He hasn't been good since before COVID.
Yeah, dude, he fell off an absolute cliff.
Can we get Bro into the playoffs and have one playoff spot for Mike Trout?
Yeah. Is he got a little, and the numbers probably aren't going to be this good when it's all said and done, but he's got a little Griffey in him. That he had that phenomenal start. He played in a place that, was kind of off the beaten path a little bit. Never really did much. Didn't get any postseason love, and then just injuries killed him. I mean, once Griffey left Seattle, he was just never the same. And Trout stayed in L.A., but he just...
Dude, it's crazy.
He just disappeared.
His only playoff appearance was against my Royals.
Yeah.
And we swept them in 2014. He went 1 for 12.
Ugh.
So he has an .083 career postseason batting average.
Amazing. You mentioned, when was his last good year?
Well,
2020 maybe? Something like that?
So if you go back to his MVP level years, it's COVID. But he did have a year. Actually, that's not true because he finished 8th in MVP voting in 2022. He hit .283 with 40 home runs and 80 ribbies. He stayed healthy that year. He had 499 plate appearances. But, I mean, to go back to his consistent run, you got to go back to 2019.
Yeah. He was amazing. He was must-see TV. Now he's just a guy.
So the Live Golf Tournament in Mexico City is going on.
Yeah. Supposedly they're all systems systems go.
And we told you yesterday that they were going to shutter. Now, there was a report on Fox News that said the Saudis' money is ending at the end of this season.
Yeah.
But there is a chance that they finish this out.
Yeah,
this year.
The one that I saw, the report said that they gave Liv the option to just shut it down now and be like, look, we're just done. Or they can continue this season and try to find alternate funding for next year. And that's not going to happen. No one's going to fund this.
Tom Dundon.
But supposedly, if someone is interested...
Jody Allen.
I mean...
She doesn't have teams anymore.
Yeah. Maybe she'll fund Liv. Be a hero.
I mean, we've seen people, someone bought the stupid, the football leagues and combined them into one. So... It sounds like at least some of the leaders that be are determined to ride this thing out to the end and see if you can find a way to spit and polish this and continue it. So it's not dying, it's just that the money is going away at the end of the year, which probably means it's going to die. You want to chip in and save Liv?
No. And in the NBA, LaMelo Ball fined, not suspended, so he's good to go for Charlotte after tripping Bam.
Even Spoelstra said that no more punishment. Spoelstra was like, let's move on from it. Because he had some really harsh things to say about that after the game. He was pretty heated.
Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham get favorable rulings from the NBA and the Players Association. They will be eligible for postseason awards, even though they didn't play the 65 games.
Yep.
And
there was a real fear there that the MVP and all that stuff and the all NBA teams were going to be a little thin this year.
That's why Denny had a chance.
Yeah. I actually don't think he's got a chance.
He still does, yeah.
Look, it's if he makes it, it'll be a third team, but you can make a very strong argument that Denny belongs on the third team. He just had that stretch with the back, and then it was a little wonky, but
also the fact that they hadn't had ruled Luka or Cade eligible, no one could vote yet. So they saw that game against Phoenix where he goes for 41 and 12 in a postseason game, and now
catch.
Yeah, exactly. Now maybe they elevate him a little bit.
I hope so. I hope he makes third team.
Well, in the play-in, which is really all anybody cares about, Warriors will play the Suns in Phoenix tomorrow night, and the winner is the 8th seed.
I think we're all rooting for Golden State in that, right?
Oh, my God.
Does anyone want to watch Phoenix play?
Nobody.
Anybody?
Dylan Brooks and stupid...
Let's just hope Dylan Brooks doesn't hurt Steph Curry. That's
Devin Booker, get out of here.
Watching Steph Curry do what he did last night was a lot of fun. It just kind of reminds you Golden State's irrelevant. No one's going anywhere, but just getting to see him on the big stage again do Steph Curry stuff, that guy is amazing. Give me more of that.
Hornets at Magic for the 8th seed in the East.
Speaking of a game that I just can't give two S's about, I give you that. I guess Hornets
we'll be
maybe?
On the air, man.
Yeah.
So we have to focus on our show. Sorry, I can't watch.
I guess the Hornets.
Will it be rocking in Orlando?
No.
They don't care, do they?
No.
The players hate the coaches. The coaches hate the players. The fans hate everybody. I don't even think the Magic fans want to win.
So, I guess go Hornets, right?
There was a report that a quote star player on the Magic will not return to the team if the coach is back next year. He'll request a trade.
Who's the coach?
Jamal Mosley.
So
That
you're
is
saying
The other question is who's the star player? The Magic don't have star players.
Well, they got Banchero.
star is a strong word.
It's a strong word for
He's not that good now?
Charlotte 3.5. Is it
Fine.
time? Is it time to hammer the Hornets?
I don't know. I already
Minus?
Yeah, minus 3.5.
Yeah, Hornets are road dogs.
Wait, they're dogs?
No, sorry, road favorites.
The road favorites.
Road
favorites, sorry.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't know.
I already have a future on the Hornets to make the playoffs, so I'm just going to let that ride.
Yeah, they haven't made the playoffs yet.
That's right.
They're merely
They're in the postseason.
in the postseason.
Yeah, Phoenix favored by 3.5 and Charlotte favored by 3.5. Maybe.
Whoa!
That's gone up because it was 1.5 earlier today. It opened Phoenix minus 1.5.
Explain to me now again. This is the classic Rop jinx, but explain to me how Warriors plus 3.5 isn't a good bet.
They haven't been good.
They have been terrible. Phoenix has been much better than Golden State.
To end the season, they were pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Their team's really not. It's Steph Curry and.
Is that a little recency bias on my
Yeah.
part? Watching the Suns against the Blazers and then watching the Warriors.
I mean, the
last
Suns
night?
should have beat the Blazers.
I feel like the Warriors are just. I mean, they've got the. They're just.
They got the dude.
champions, dude.
They got
They're-
the dude.
No, they've got a guy, and then they got
The Warriors are pretty bad this year.
yeah.
Well, they got Al Horford. I mean, what else do you need?
The other thing is like they may just Draymond Green and Al Horford may just turn to dust. Although you do get the extra day rest. But
All right. Can't wait for play-in Friday.
Play-in Friday. Not to be confused with non-play-in Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, we had a female reporter get fired today for criticizing Diana Rossini.
We had a female reporter basically get fired for sleeping with a coach allegedly, and then another female reporter get fired for criticizing her.
Right.
Seems a little weird.
It is It is weird. We'll get to all of that next. right, this Guardians rookie has taken the hill in the 9th inning against Baltimore. He has a no-hitter. We'll keep you posted. Not that no-hitters really get people's sports pants tight the way they used to, but still kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, perfect games, I think, get the sports pants tight, but, you know.
Yeah, he has 2 walks in the game.
Bum. How many?
What?
Can you remember the last no-hitter?
No.
Yeah,
I mean, weren't there a bunch of them last year?
And that's the thing. A lot of times with the no-hitters, even the perfect games, they're not always, like, marquee names.
Yeah, like, I feel like who was do you have the list in front of
Do you know how many no-hitters there were last year? 0.
None.
Yeah, 2024 was the last time.
Because pitchers don't pitch deep in games anymore.
Yeah.
Well, but you can have a combined no-hitter.
That's true, but that doesn't really.
Does that count?
Those do count.
No.
Do they?
Well, they do. Most fans poo-poo them, but they do actually count as no-hitters.
Not in my book.
But, so who did throw the last no-hitter?
Yeah, I mean, the last combined no-hitter was 2024. The last full no-hitter was same thing, 24. Blake Snell.
Okay.
With San Francisco. And then
doesn't it feel like no-hitters have gotten more prevalent?
Maybe we should care about it more.
Well, I'll tell you what, it really doesn't. It doesn't seem that way. So Snell did it, and Cease did it in 2024.
There's a hit.
And done.
God!
Here we are talking about. Does it matter anymore?
It doesn't.
Are they going to pull him now?
Well, he's throwing a lot of pitches. He's 107 pitches.
I was going to say, yeah. I love how 107 pitches now has become like people freak out.
Especially
his arm's going to fall off.
Yeah, young arm.
At 110, Suk, the arm just falls off.
I know. I understand that we throw harder and all that in the angle, but it just, that is one of those things that I'm fascinated by now. Like growing up, 107 pitches, now we act like you're right. 108, arm falls off.
Do you think that the manager is currently setting up an appointment for him to get his elbow
100%
operated on?
Please get Tommy John tomorroh. Thank you.
Yeah, here he comes. He's going to pull him.
Yeah.
Look at that guy. That's an old baseballman.
Somewhere Nolan Ryan is just, he's like cursing and spitting out a big wad of tobacco. 107 pitches. You got the chance to finish this thing, and you're like, nope.
Actually, I think that's just the pitching coach, and he's going to leave him in.
Is he? I hope so. You get a chance to, get a chance to get your complete game. Doesn't look like it, though.
Where were we? Oh.
Well, we were talking about no-hitters, even though we don't
really
need to talk about no-hitters
anymore.
anymore.
How many perfect games were it? It's like 24, 25?
Yeah, there's not many.
Something like that?
Yeah. How many perfect games? That is actually quite rare. Yeah, 24 official perfect games.
Yeah, and then how many no-hitters do it? Like hundreds, right?
Yeah.
True story.
300, some. Guess how many no-hitters?
There are 326 officially recognized no-hitters.
Okay. Yeah. Not as cool.
And some of those are combined no-hitters, but still, 326. That's still a lot when you consider the history of baseball. 326.
That's a lot. But isn't it weird that you have 326 no-hitters and only 24 perfect games? Like, wouldn't you think that ratio would be a little closer? Because, I mean, no-hitter, you're pretty close to a perfect game. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't. I don't think so. I mean,
I guess errors. I was thinking walks.
You got errors, walks,
pitches,
hits, batsmen, I mean, just the idea that you go through an entire game and none of those things. I mean, that I'm actually surprised that there's 24 of them in the history of baseball.
Because you have to rely on other people in the perfect game.
Yes.
Like someone's just going to mess it up.
Well, you do for a no-hitter, too.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
Got to have some D, bro.
Oh, there's a lot of luck into it. Because, like, and they've
Totally.
talked
It's
about
like
this.
a hole-in-one.
Yes. Not all perfect games or even no-hitters are built the same. Because every now and then you see someone throws a no-hitter or a perfect game, and the guy has like 6 strikeouts, and there's like 7 good plays. In fact, there's times where a 1-hitter or 2-hitter is way more impressive. The guy ends up striking out like 17, and the dude ends up getting a bloop BS single, and like
the Kerry Wood when he struck out 20.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably more impressive than most of your no-hitters. I mean, so much of that. Look, he just gave up another one.
God, what a loser. Pull his ass.
And if I'm not mistaken, was it Steve Howe that threw a no-hitter and lost?
I think Nolan Ryan did.
I thought Steve Howe maybe of the Yankees. For whatever reason, that name strikes me as someone who threw a no-hitter and lost.
Here comes the skip.
Yeah, now he's
getting the hook. All right. Okay, so now we have to break again. We're way behind.
We got caught up.
Diana Rossini, new clip, and someone fired over criticizing her. Yeah. Is that a little much?
6 times it's happened where someone has thrown a no-hitter.
Was Nolan Ryan one of them?
Now I have to scroll through. Maybe I do that when I come back. Hunter Green.
Oh.
Jared Weaver.
Here's a weird...
back in 2022 it happened.
Hunter Green.
Yes.
Here's a weird thing that I remember. I think it was against the White Sox. Nolan Ryan. I think he lost a no-hitter against the White Sox.
Okay, the one I may be thinking of is Andy Hawkins with the Yankees at the White Sox in 1990. Threw a no-hitter and lost. I'm looking to see if your Nolan Ryan one is on there. No, I did not see Nolan Ryan.
He didn't? Okay. Way wrong. Here's Steven with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, as we just broke the news here, Guardians pitcher Parker Messick lost a no-hitter in the 9th inning for the Guardians. They were up 4-0, gave up 2 hits. He's now out of the game. But nice effort there out of Parker Messick. The Angels, they gave a good effort today. They beat the Yankees 11-4. Mike Trout hit another home run. It was his 5th home run in the 4-game series in the Bronx. Trout, the first player in baseball history to hit a home run in 4 consecutive days as an opposing player at Yankee Stadium. Lakers guard Luka Doncic, Pistons guard Cade Cunningham, they will be eligible for end-of-the-season awards after the NBA and NBA-PA agreed that both will be allowed to bypass the 65-game threshold. Both players just missed playing 65 games this season, but are expected to be all-NBA players. Hornets guard LaMelo Ball, he was not suspended for tripping Bam Adebayo on Tuesday. Instead, he did get credited with a flagrant foul and fined $35,000. The Ball will be active for the Hornets when they play the Magic tomorrow in play on Friday. Hornets 3.5-point road favorites. Duke guard Caden Boozer, he is expected to stay at Duke next season for his sophomore year, while his twin brother Cameron is expected to head to the NBA and be a top 3 pick. And an NCAA committee recommended that football bowl subdivision teams play a 12-game schedule over 14 weeks beginning in 2027. What that means is week 0 would now be considered week 1, and the season would be moved up 1 week earlier. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Okay, now to the latest on the Diana Rossini saga. She has stepped down from, what do they call it, The Athletic.
By the way, just real quick, this Guardians-Orioles game is...
It's now 4-2.
It's now 4-2 with a runner on second and third and one out.
Left him in too long.
Whoops.
Now, not only is he going to have Tommy John surgery, you'll lose the game.
Just all of a sudden, I looked up there and I was like, this got more interesting. But anyway, back to the Rossini thing.
Yeah, so she resigned, but she's still defiant about
sleeping with
about the photos. Yeah, she won't admit that. Apparently, it was a private investigator that took the photos.
Yeah, most people kind of were suggesting that because they said no one would be following them around,
right?
Unless it was you were specifically told to do that.
And they were good, like hiding in the bushes photos. You know, not just somebody with their phone out.
No, that was not you on vacation and looking up at me and like, hey, is that Mike Vrabel and not his wife?
It's an interesting question though. If you saw Mike, let's say you were in Sedona at that time. And you saw Vrabel and Rossini?
No.
No what?
In no circumstances would I take that photo.
Oh.
That bothers me.
But you'd know what's going on.
100%.
Because you know who she is.
Yes, but it would bother me immensely. Mind your own damn business.
Unless you're a private investigator paid not to.
Yes. But at the same time, if you are, the idea of...
Would you tell anybody?
No.
Like you wouldn't text Rob, be like, dude, guess what I saw?
I might tell Rob, but I certainly wouldn't go to air with it. What you do?
I'd be on the show. You'd be on vacation. I'd be on the show. You'd text me, and then I'd just throw it out on the air. Hey, guess what?
Sources say.
What you do behind closed doors? I am not one of those that's like, hey, let's spill your tea. But at the same time, not necessarily him, but her. When you're a reporter, the fact that you're in a public place, even if you think it's somewhat private, in this day and age, to think that you've the balls, the nerve to think that you're going to get away with that,
is pretty wild.
Then you're a dumbass.
It's very brazen.
Yes.
So I guess the reports are, and these are reports, not just rumors. There are people saying that it was Rossini's husband that hired the private investigator.
Sure.
And it is not about money. Apparently, he's got plenty of money. And so he's the one, because it could have been Vrabel's wife, I guess. But she's probably like, yeah, whatever. That's a Tuesday for me. Anyway, we have a new Rossini clip that has surfaced because they just keep coming up.
Yeah.
As we continue with this story.
No wonder the husband was interested in maybe finding out what was going on.
God. I mean, she basically... I don't know. I've never really...
Does she like him?
No.
No, she hates him.
She clearly hates him.
I don't know why she talks about it. Like, I've never seen... This is unbelievable the way she is. I guess all these clips... I don't know much about her other than her reporting, right?
Yeah.
As a reporter. But all these clips that have come out of the things that she says when she's on podcasts or shows...
It's unbelievable.
It's bizarre.
Yes.
Here's the latest.
I like couples like... JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. Remember, this is really dating me. I remember as a kid loving watching them, seeing the videos of them like fighting in the park. Apparently, I'm not for love. I prefer couples trying to kill each other because that's what I relate to. Like, we fight a lot in this house. So I think those are the type of couples I gravitate towards. The lovey-dovey ones aren't really my style.
What?
I don't know.
Why? Why?
Maybe this is all a kink, and she's looking for the big fight here, and then her and her husband can have some awesome "I'm cheating on you" sex. It's a whole thing.
Ooh, whoever that second baseman was just saved the game.
Saved their bacon.
Nice little play. Now that was a good ball game.
Yeah, it was.
You got your money's worth if you went to that game.
Yep. So there's a gal who covers basically quarterbacks.
Yeah, I did not know who this woman was. Her name is Chrissy Freud.
Yes. And so she worked for USA Today as a freelancer. But I guess she did a lot of football stuff, and her specific thing was quarterbacks. And a couple days ago, when the Rossini thing happened and she resigned, and I've told you this multiple times, the Rossini rumors have been out there for a long time. A lot of people think that Mike Vrabel is not the first coach that Diana Rossini has gotten friendly with. And these things are out there. I said there's even someone here in Portland that has a Rossini story. But media types usually don't try to rat out other media types. Again, this is kind of one of those just mind your own business, and no one wants to start a turf war with another member of the media. Apparently, Chrissy doesn't care, because when Rossini tweeted out her resignation letter, this was Chrissy's response to it. I'm sure you were told to submit this or that you were going to get fired instead. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. You know who you really are, and you know what you've been up to for years. It does so much to be a deterrent to women in sports who have done things the right way. Like, that is for another female reporter. No. I mean, I saw some female reporters that were saying this story is what makes it hard to do our job. I didn't see anyone else who was like, yeah, you're a whore and you know what you've been doing. Get your ass out of here. Well, I guess USA Today let her go today because of it.
Boy.
And she's tweeted out and she acknowledged that she's been let go, but she says she regrets zero of what she said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's doubling down on it.
Yeah, she's doubling down on everything.
Yeah, because they said basically her words were not in line with their morals and, you know, that whole thing. And, yeah, she's saying, hey, I said what I said.
Did she deserve to be fired there? That seems a little harsh by USA Today.
Yes.
She's just calling a spade a spade.
Yes. But this is where I think a lot of people have been very critical of the media, and rightfully so. You get this a lot with cops and like military, they protect their own, right? If you have, what's the old adage? If you have one bad cop, but you have 100 cops that won't turn that cop in, do you have 101 bad cops? If you have one crappy reporter that's sleeping with coaches and players to get sources, and you've got 100 media members that know it, but no one speaks up, are you all complicit in that? Well, but this is kind of one of those things why people don't speak up. You speak up, you say something harsh and critical about it, and cost this gal her job. Now, some other people have fired back at Chrissy. You remember JT Daniels, the USC quarterback that transferred around?
Yeah.
Guess who she's with?
She's sleeping with him, or she's like, is that her husband, or
it's like her boyfriend.
Oh wow. God.
And she covers quarterbacks, but she was quick to say that what
is happening?
So she was quick to say, she basically said, nice try. I didn't start dating JT until he was done with football. So she claims
that's probably, I mean,
she claims that relationship started after.
I guess that's true.
I would hope so. But
well, I don't know if that's true or not. All I'm saying is that is a bad look. And it's probably legit. I mean, she can date JT Daniels.
Yes.
It's just that's a bad look. When you're slinging mud like that,
it's not the best look.
No, you probably should have thought about that ahead of time.
Well, and I think one of the reasons why wait till I get fired by USA Today. I think one of the reasons why media guys in general don't want to touch this is because this is more common than anyone wants to admit, and it makes people uncomfortable. It just does. If you don't think, I like to keep it spicy, man. And I feel really bad for women. We had someone here that worked for us. When I told you, when this happened, she sent me a message and she said, this pisses me off so much. For this very reason. She said when she was in this business, she doesn't do it anymore. She said the amount of times that coaches and players thought that was part of the job, that it was infuriating. It's one of the reasons she got out of it. And it is an ugly little secret that coaches and players do this. We've talked about when we go down to the Pac-12 Media Day, where we used to, they would have the coaches after party the day we'd get down there, and it was a coach's dinner, and only certain members of the media were invited. And it was never you and me, but shockingly enough, there was a lot of pretty young, I want a 6-foot guy with a 6-inch penis that makes $600,000. Nope.
Being a man of increase.
And it was kind of, it was like laughable to see, but it's like this weird little undercurrent that does go on, and no one has an incentive to blow the lid off of it.
Here's the way I've always viewed it. I've always kind of viewed it as two different things, because you and I are in this. We've seen this stuff
many times.
So I've always viewed it this way. On one hand, you have the alpha, in shape, rich young men, right?
Yes.
Like if you are a gold digger or you are out to just, sleep with famous hot rich dudes, sports.
It's a great conduit.
It's like the number one place to be. There's so many teams, there's so many players.
Yep.
And so, of course, on this hand, there are hangers-on and there are women who are in the profession who are sleeping with these men, and that's why they're in the profession.
Yes.
Okay, of course that.
Yes.
But on the other hand, and that's always going to be there.
Yep.
And I realize, and it does suck for women, but I feel like it's two different things. You've got that bastion, and we all know, well, you don't know, but you kind of hear who they are.
Yep.
You know who's legit, you know who isn't. And on the other hand, you have real sports reporters who understand the line, and they're women that are great at their jobs. Both are always going to exist.
Yes.
I feel like we're trying to fight this battle of, we have to rid sports of the Diana Rossinis. It's never going to happen.
No.
Ever. And that's not an indictment on women. It's just, I think it's an indictment on the culture of sports. Like, sports is about...
Sports is sports.
Sports is about sports. Sports is it's sex. Like that.
Sports is business.
It's money, sex, young, rich.
Well, can I
people doing it?
Can I ask you this?
No, you can't. No, okay.
Well,
you can. Am I wrong though?
No, you're not wrong, and this kind of goes down that same road. Can we all admit that being attractive, male or female, helps you? If you are going to be a sideline reporter, a TV reporter, being attractive helps you. Period. End of story.
Of course.
Right?
I wouldn't know.
No question.
Yeah, exactly. Like, shockingly enough, no one wants me to come, be your studio head. Like, if you are a handsome man, Scott Hansen, he gets a leg up. Like, it works. And we in the sports industry have a tendency, I wonder why, to hire really pretty women to be the reporters. That's usually the case. And even if you aren't in it, because like you said, there are definitely those that get into it, and that's
what they're doing.
That's what they're doing it for. But is there another element to it where if you take pretty young, attractive reporters that get hired because they're pretty young, attractive reporters, but they don't even go into it for that. You just happen to be pretty and you get promoted because you're good at your job and you're pretty and you get up there. And then all of a sudden you find yourself around a bunch of really handsome, young, dynamic millionaires. It's like actors and actresses on sets. You have some of the most beautiful women on the planet and the most beautiful men, and you put them together on movie sets, and eventually something bad happens. Is it a little bit of that too, where you're kind of setting yourself up for, even if that's not your intention, you're kind of setting yourself up for maybe
yes, of course,
some impropriety to kind of...
Well, we're saying the same things. I mean, if you cross that line, it doesn't matter if you intended to or not. You can't do that. Yeah. Right? But not a lot, but some women in the profession do. Yeah. And many of them might think that it's okay. Like, that's a blurry line for them. They're like, well, I am a woman. I have, I
can do what I want.
Yeah, I can sleep with this guy. Yeah. It's not affecting my, so there's that gray area where, you rattle around in your brain and you kind of justify it. So there's a lot of, it's kind of murky, but it's also not. There's a very clear line. Yeah. You can't cross it. Yeah. And some women do. And I've just always kind of been resigned to the fact that, of course, some women do. Yeah. And a lot of men do, by the way.
Yes.
And then, on the other hand, there's a lot of really good female reporters who would never do that.
No.
So, and those two worlds are just always going to coexist.
Yeah, you can't have one without the
other. We're trying to eradicate this, and I feel like you can't. When you have people who just want to do it and look so good, and there's so much money, like, dude, it's not going to happen. So why do we always have to have this debate? It kind of drives me crazy. It's like, here we go again. Listen, if you're good at your job and you're a woman in sports reporting, I get it, this is probably really frustrating. Yeah. At the same time, just keep being good at your job. Don't cross the line, and you'll be recognized. You'll be fine.
Yeah. But it is harder.
It's not like you're getting fired.
It is harder for women in our
no question.
In our profession.
I mean, nothing will happen to Mike Vrabel.
No.
Not one thing.
No. Nothing. But to your point of kind of both things existing, the fact that the gal that got fired for calling her out, the fact that she's with a former person that she covered, like that in right there shows you how delicate that line is. Why? After he was done playing. I wanted to while he was playing, but that would have been wrong. But the moment he stopped playing, then it's okay. That's that line. It's like if you covered a bunch of hot WNBA players, I'm sure in your mind you'd be like, what's that? I couldn't possibly. No.
Somebody said, you're so right. Howard Cosell was dumb as a box of rocks, but what a great piece of ass.
That is why it is harder for women in our profession, because looks matter more to women in that profession than it does men. But if you don't think being a handsome guy helps you in this industry, especially in TV, it does.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
They want good-looking people on TV.
Yes.
And they want big heads.
Yeah. Shiny teeth.
Yeah. And charisma.
Adam Bjornson's frosted tips.
I don't know, man. It's just and Rossini, like, this is the first one that's been just like, wow. Everyone's piling on.
Yeah.
Everyone apparently knew it.
Yeah.
She was just sleeping with everybody. And
but no one wants to say anything because no one wants to, like, dude, Sean McVay right now is like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's news to me.
There is no, but this is what I'm saying. There's no like major, if you don't say anything about Diana Rossini, that doesn't mean that you're
complicit or
whatever.
like
you're just, it's not your business. No. Whatever. She's a slut. So what?
Alleged.
That's right. You're right. Allegedly.
Alleged. We know a lot of evidence points that way.
Well, the other girl, the Chrissy Fjord or whatever.
Yeah.
I closed it out. She was talking about, she went on and piled on Rossini saying.
Oh, yeah. She's not backing
She was
down.
talking about you're having fights with other reporters outside of the Commanders.
Or
was it the Ram? No, Commanders.
When they were in the Commanders.
Sean McVay was there. Apparently they were doing Sean McVay.
The story is allegedly that her and another hot reporter who's famous were both getting exclusive interviews with Sean McVay. It led to a fight. Would you imagine that going down? Like you're covering the Commanders at the time, the Redskins, you show up and there's just two hot reporters going at it. You're like, what is happening here?
By the way, somebody brought up, that's actually a decent point. Olympic Village.
Yeah, they're all doing it.
They're all doing it.
Again.
And no one cares.
No.
Right?
No. If you don't think
because they're equal.
They're
like
equal.
They're
yeah.
That's the dynamic.
There's not a power imbalance.
That's a good point.
But that's the awkward point is one needs access for their job, and that's the power dynamic where you can't cross that line.
If I go cover the fire, my fire,
yeah,
are they going to be able to keep their hands off me?
You are a piece of meat. I think you're old enough to be all of their dads.
By a lot. All right. Anyway. That girl got turfed. I don't agree with that, honestly.
Yeah.
But,
hey.
I also don't run the USA Today.
Nor do I.
So there must be something more there with her.
Yeah, she may have been a rebel rouser.
Yeah, they're probably like, you suck anyway. Get out of here.
Good excuse.
All right, we'll wrap it up here this hour. Here, coming up next on the Fan.
It's time for a Ducks Report, the inside story on Ducks athletics. Brought to you by Mods PDX. The future of building is here.
Posh Lupoy, along his journey, where was he at? He was at Alabama in 20. He was there from 2014 all the way to 2018. He was a co-DC in 2017. You know who was coaching in that secondary? It was Derek Ainsley. You know who coaches DBs for the Dallas Cowboys right now? Derek Ainsley.
Oh,
that's why I've been saying I think Thieneman could be the 12th pick in the draft.
Whoa.
Boy, that would be awful high.
Whoa.
I mean, Thieneman is a stud, and he's going to play that kind of that big nickel that everyone's looking for, but safeties usually don't go that high. And for a guy who was a borderline first-round pick, if he climbs that high, that's a tremendous jump for him.
Mods PDX, the future of building is here.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
I'm Dirt. But I ask in sincerity, like, for all the good he did for all the golfers, I do believe Tiger is completely screwed over this event. He has overshadowed this thing, and you can brush that off as a golf guy. Dude, all people have talked about, it ain't the Masters. It ain't Rory repeating. It ain't Scheffler. It ain't whoever. It is Tiger Woods.
The home of Dirt and Spray. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on the Fan Sports Network. And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Risa can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI.
The 5 o'clock hour of Primetime with Isaac and Souk is covered by Mountaintop Metal Roofing on 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. The Fan.
Well, last thing, this is a viral video, and I have no idea who this player is, but Steven found it and sent it to us, and it's fantastic.
Oh, is this the volleyball guy?
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
So great.
This guy's the best.
He is a volleyball player. I don't know, what would you type in to find that video?
Maybe flamboyant volleyball?
Yeah, flamboyant volleyball guy. Now, he went viral because he's actually really, really good at volleyball.
Do we know, what?
No. I tried to find what team he played for, who he was. Nobody knows. He's just some...
It's Northridge College.
Oh, I thought it was overseas.
No, this is Northridge.
No, it's Cal State Northridge.
Cal State Northridge. And
his name is Jordan Lucas.
And they call him the volleyball diva.
Go watch him. Dude, he's great. Jordan Lucas?
Jordan Lucas, yeah. He ranked 3rd at Cal State Northridge in points, 2nd in kills, and 6th in aces. And 6th in digs.
In what?
Digs.
Digs.
G.
Digs.
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 Look, we can just say it. He's
Digs.
flamboyantly gay.
Careful. Yeah, he is.
Whatever. In your mind, whatever you picture as the most flamboyant gay man with the
swing,
and the hip gestures,
the
and
sway,
just like a sassy gay man.
You know what he is? He's zesty.
He is zesty. Like he's like what? Imagine if Poison Waters was a dominant college volleyball player, and to watch him spike it on someone and then do like the 2 snaps and like the head
Dude, he's
turn.
explosive.
He is great, and he's wearing the shortest shorts you can. Dude, that dude is an animal.
He gives main character energy.
100%.
He's great. So just go and watch him, and I have no other thing to say about it other than
it's just
that will make you happy.
Yeah, it's hard to. You can't even explain other. You have to see it.
Yeah,
you have to see the video. It is great.
All right,
I would go watch a Cal State Northridge volleyball game just to see him. Like if that kid played at Portland State, or let's say they were playing Portland State, and you're like, hey, you want to go see Portland State volleyball? I'm like, God, no.
Well,
Wait, the volleyball diva's coming. I'm like, I'm there.
I wonder if he was good enough where he could get like a transfer portal, some NIL money. Like that's honestly what NIL would be great for, is for a guy like him.
Yeah, certain schools probably aren't going to love
true.
it, but, some places.
Who's the top volleyball teams? Midwest, they probably don't want him.
Yeah, I'm not certain that that's going to work in, like, Iowa, but, out here on the West Coast, UCLA picks him up. Come to Oregon.
Some of the SEC schools.
Yeah, Bama. Did you see Bama's golf facility, by the way?
Yeah.
They just opened it.
Beautiful. $47 million.
$47 million. But hey, they're hurting for money down there.
Student athletes.
Yeah, the volleyball diva needs some cash. Get that man a deal. Get him what is the Portland Fire? Lashify? Get him a Lashify sponsorship out there.
Yeah, of course the Karl Anthony Towns jokes are flowing now.
Oh, yeah.
What if he did that in the playoffs?
Yeah, there was one that was like, I didn't know Karl Anthony Towns plays volleyball now.
Yeah.
Just be yourself,
Low-hanging
man.
fruit.
Just be yourself.
I know.
Own it.
A lot of also mean comments too. Like, can you imagine getting smashed on by this guy?
Oh, for God's sake!
Like, yeah, I would love for him to be on my team.
Exactly.
He's good. I don't care.
Uh-oh. Now I'm reading I got to read through here.
Yep.
But it says, viral NCAA volleyball player stands against national reporter's controversial remarks.
What's happening?
I don't know. I'll read it.
Okay.
I'll bring it to you if it matters.
All right.
I'll be the judge of that.
The Honorable I. Everett Robb.
That's right.
Thank you.
Why do we pay so many surcharges? That is next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Cleveland Guardians pitcher Parker Messick. He took a no-hitter into the 9th inning earlier today, but then they gave up two hits in the inning. Orioles got 2 runs in the 9th, but the Guardians held on for the 4-2 win. That would have been the first no-hitter since 2024 in Major League Baseball. The Angels beat the Yankees today 11-4. Mike Trout hit another home run. It was his 5th home run in the 4-game series against the Yankees. Trout's the first player in baseball history to hit a home run in 4 consecutive days at Yankee Stadium as an opponent. Los Angeles Lakers guard Luka Doncic and Pistons guard Cade Cunningham, they're going to be eligible for end-of-season awards after the NBA and NBAPA agreed that both would be allowed to bypass the 65-game threshold for eligibility requirements. Both guys did not get to 65, but are expected to be all NBA players. LaMelo Ball, he was not suspended for tripping Bam Adebayo on Tuesday. Instead, he got credited with a flagrant foul and fined $35,000. Ball will be active for the Hornets when they play the Magic in Orlando on play-in Friday. Duke guard Caden Boozer, he's expected to stay at Duke for his sophomore season. Twin brother Cameron expected to head to the NBA. And an NCAA committee recommended that football subdivision teams play a 12-game schedule over 14 weeks starting in 2027. What that would mean is the week 0 that we know and love would turn into week 1, and the college football season would be moved up by 1 week. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the Georgia Coy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call Georgia Coy at warrenallen.com.
Site in the neighborhood, a developer is being greedy.
I'm sorry.
There's a whole.
Let's be great, baby. Let's be great.
Calm
Let's be
down.
great. Let's be great. Let's be great, man.
Try peanut butter eggs.
Let's be great.
Okay, we apologize.
You got another thing
It's time for the club, baby, on 105.1 and 1080. The Fan.
Let's hate, man.
So here's what the broadcaster said.
What do we got?
About the zesty volleyball player that's gone viral?
Yeah.
So the broadcaster, shockingly, this is going to shock you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this? He is an old white man.
And he doesn't like the zestiness, does he?
He does not like the sass of one Jordan Lucas. And he said, so I guess his name is Charlie Brand.
Okay.
And apparently, so he's the broadcaster for UC Irvine. And he did get turf for this. He is not going to be back broadcasting volleyball games at UC Irvine, although he was a volunteer broadcaster.
Okay. I'm guessing like full-time volleyball broadcaster, not.
Yeah.
They're not paying a lot for those?
No,
But
not there.
I was watching an interview with Jordan on TMZ, and apparently this Charlie Brand guy is a huge guy in volleyball.
Okay.
But all he said was, I'm surprised no one has popped him for his antics. That's what he said.
Oh God!
And so he will not return.
So, you being yourself, you think someone should hit him?
Someone should pop him.
Ah, yes.
For his antics.
Basically, let's punch the gay guy for being gay. Cool. Awesome.
He's gay.
Dip ass.
Yeah.
How do people? I don't know.
So if you,
I don't get it.
Steven, no, say what you want.
I just don't understand how people want to punch other people because they're gay. It doesn't make sense to me.
So again, if you,
why would I care?
If you spike a volleyball and you act very manly, that's awesome. You're showing dominance.
I'm gay.
But if you spike a volleyball and then you do something that's perceived as a gay, what would I don't know, like.
Mannerism.
A gay mannerism, then just go punch that guy in the face. Dude, get you know what, old man, go away.
It drives me crazy.
I love the That's the. Hey, you be gay, but just be gay over there. I don't want to see it. Yeah, you be gay. I just don't want to see it. Okay, cool.
Nah.
Just not that into it,
I'm just
bro.
not into it, bro.
No. By the way, anytime I hear someone that say that, I'm like, yeah, you're gay. You're just deep down, you just don't want to.
Oh, you're calling Charlie gay, are you?
Charlie's got gay. Charlie hates himself, but deep down there, Charlie, how old's Charlie?
Oh, God, he looks 70.
Charlie's been repressing that gay for about 60 years. He's been shoving that deep down in there.
But I get it. You had to do that back in, the 50s?
Yeah, you don't have to anymore, man.
You don't have to do that anymore.
It's okay.
Just come on out. Have some fun. We all love everybody.
That's right, we do. We all love everyone. And why you worry about anyone else, what anyone else is doing with their bodies? I'm with you, Steven. Like, that blows me away. Why do people worry so much about that?
I don't know.
It's crazy. It's just crazy.
I just don't know. Surprised someone hasn't punched him already.
Like, I hate you because I think males are, you think males are attractive, so I hate you?
Yeah. So what?
Who cares?
Well, apparently this guy cares.
Nah.
Let's all be manly men and play volleyball.
That's the best part about it, is that it's volleyball.
It's volleyball.
Now, I'm just hoping that he has started a trend where openly gay people will do things like this.
I actually think it'd be even funnier if
in
someone
their
wasn't
sports.
gay and they were still doing that. I think it'd be awesome if you had someone that was totally straight that was doing those mannerisms just to taunt other people.
I would love for Patrick Mahomes to throw a tutty and then just start
hit
swaying around.
Hit all these moves.
Well, this started
he kind
with...
of does with his weird... He
does.
He does
He
that little
gyrates.
apron.
Didn't this start with Revenge of the Nerds?
Yeah, Lamar the Trell.
Dude, he was great.
He's got the lip wrist style.
throwing style. Had the short... Hey, the short shorts are making a comeback, man. Dude, I'm in the gym. I see a lot of the manly bros, and there's a lot of 4 to 5 inches in there.
Whoa. You mean shorts?
Shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lot of the big. I want a 6-foot guy with a 6-inch penis that makes $600,000. A lot of the big tatted up buff guys are going with the short shorts nowadays. They wear the stringer tank tops that like cover nothing, and then like the short shorts, they're very manly. Yeah. Gotta show off the man meat.
All right. Coming up next, we are going to discuss surcharges.
I love surcharges.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
And there is a reason why there are a lot of them. And it's not just rising costs, passing along passing the buck to the consumer.
Yeah.
No. There's another reason.
Okay.
Why do we pay so many surcharges? That story is next on The Fan. Well, not liking the cost of things lately.
No, everything is expensive. I get a lot of flack. I've got my cat AIDS has been acting up this week, and I have this nasty cough. So I went to buy some cough meds, just like some cough syrup. And you know what a generic cough syrup is running nowadays?
No.
I assume for like generic cough syrup, I was thinking like $7. Wrong. It's like $14.50. And I came back.
Bye, bitch.
And I was like, I said that, and the BTJ is like, you say this all the time, because she does all the shopping. She does not want me to shop. And she goes, you are an old man stuck from like 10 years ago. She goes, that's what she claims I know nothing about what stuff costs. It is true. She does most of the shopping or orders
that's fair.
it.
You probably haven't bought cough medicine for years.
Yeah, so now whenever I go, whenever I have to go buy something, I do get real world sticker shock. Where I'm turning into my father, where I'm like, oh my God, $14.50 for cough syrup. And I have to catch myself from like being exasperated out loud at the store. But everything now is, if you have not been in the store and you go there, it is, there's nothing anymore that is what you think it should be.
What's interesting is there are other ways that we're being hit with the bill, namely surcharges.
Yeah.
So it'd be like paying an extra 3% if you pay with a credit card.
Sure.
Or
that one always pisses me off.
A 5% involuntary contribution to a restaurant's employee wellness fund.
Yeah.
Or one that they list in here is $25 a month in addition to rent for trash collection.
When I finished my taxes, it was built and I had to click to say no. They wanted $3 towards the presidential fund.
There you go.
I'm like, what?
What is that?
I have no idea. But I'll tell you what I didn't do. Give $3 to the presidential fund. Kiss my ass. I hate that. And
there's probably so many people that don't even see that, though, and just click through.
Yeah, what do we do? $3?
Well, that's just it.
That's like the casino that they won't give you your coins back.
This is why surcharges are on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
It's because people tend to pay less attention to surcharges than they do base prices.
Sure.
So you could tell someone something costs $25 and then you're going to have a $3 surcharge. Okay?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, okay. But then if you tell them up front that it's $28, they're like, no, it's too expensive.
Yeah, I don't want that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a J.D. Power study released in 2025 found that 34% of small businesses were adding credit card surcharges. A fifth of restaurant operators, meanwhile, now add fees or surcharges to customer checks, according to a 2025 report from the National Restaurant Association. That's up 16% in 2022.
Boy, that pisses me because whenever
but see, it doesn't.
But when I see it, it does.
There's a lot of people that it doesn't. Like what they're saying is there's a simple reason why companies like these types of fees.
Yeah.
It's because they work.
There's a $2 fork charge.
Yeah.
Or whatever. They could name it whatever. You're paying it. You've already committed to the meal.
Dude, when I see the stupid surcharge, if you want me to not come back again, hit me with a surcharge that I don't know about, and then my bill comes, and I'm not going to fight it or whatever, but that will get me to not come back to a place. I loathe the nickel and dime surcharge.
Researchers call this phenomenon a lock-in effect. By the time a surcharge appears at the end of a transaction, consumers have already committed to the purchase, and they are far less likely to abandon it than if they had seen the full price from the start. That makes them mad, but it doesn't cause them to change their behavior. The next time I come back, I'm still drawn in by that initial low price, even if I may have felt tricked the first time. There's a guy by the name of Hans Sauer, ran a swimming pool repair company during the 2008 oil price increase. He's now retired. He said he added a $5 monthly fuel surcharge to his customers' bills at the time. He removed it a few months later when prices dropped. About 95% of his customers accepted it without complaint.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing is...
And he said, but his point is, it was temporary. He's like, look, I got to do this right now. He took it off a couple months later, but he said if it's temporary, people are mostly okay with it.
But it's never temporary. Those sons of bitches.
In this instance,
that guy, at least that's what he says. You know, everyone always said that like COVID, everything, it drove the prices up and they'll come back down. No, they won't. They don't come down unless, I know fast food places right now are panicking because people stopped eating there. Like Arby's and a bunch of places are shutting down restaurants and they're trying to scale back prices because people finally said, dude, I'm not paying this crap. But they always hit you with that the fuel surcharge. And then when the fuel goes back down, something tells me that magical surcharge just gets then absorbed into the price.
I've always felt like hotels are the worst offenders at this.
Yes.
Where you look at a hotel and you go, okay, it's like $200 a night, whatever. And you end up
resort
paying,
fee.
You end up paying $325 a night or whatever.
Yep.
Like they're the worst at it.
Well, and a lot of that goes to pay for like the stadium or the venue where you're at. That's how people get around it.
Well,
like,
okay, but just tell me that it's $325 a night.
Yes.
And I can make a decision as to whether or not I want to pay that or not.
I think all of the like the StubHubs of the world now, I think there's a law now requiring them to show the price up
the
front.
actual price, because it used to be that way. It used to be $20 a ticket, and then you get in there and it's $40 a ticket.
Those D-bags were the worst at it.
Where now it is true. It even says final price including fees and everything. It'll tell you before you click the actual screen to get to the check.
So you actually know how much you're paying.
Yes.
Like when you're seeing your ticket and you see the view of it, you know how much you actually will pay for that.
Yeah, because I think that's all anyone. I mean, if you tell them what the fee is and then you decide to pay it, at least, like you said, you know what you're getting.
But the other thing that businesses do that helps them raise prices without you getting pissed is they can shift the blame, right? They can say, well, we've got this war going on and the gas prices, and so this is a fuel surcharge, and then there's nothing I can do about it. It's out of my hands.
Sure.
Right. And people are much more likely to pay that and not be mad about it than they would be if they just saw the price was higher.
Yeah. Still, I mean, I guess, that makes a little more sense. Because supposedly that some people have already done that now with the Iran thing.
And such as
the Iraq. Is it the post office or one of the shipping companies? Or maybe it might even be Amazon. I read something where there is now, it tells you what it is. Like, it is a fuel surcharge. And they were doing that a little bit with tariffs. And then I think some political people shot that down. But there was a thing now, like on Amazon for a while, they had the tariff surcharge that was on there. Hey, this is what the price is, but now it's this because of the tariffs. And then I think the POTUS freaked out and they got rid of it. And now you just pay the one price. But yeah, they were trying to be transparent about it, and people didn't want it. And you are so right. If it's $15, you may not care, but if it was $10 and then the surcharge, I would. If I logged on to see something, and granted, $5 normally wouldn't stop me from buying something. But if I saw that it was $9.99 and it was $15 because of some BS surcharge, I would. That would be enough to get me to be like, I'm not buying this.
I don't want to know. Just charge me what you're going to charge me and let me know. And then I'll make my decision off of that.
Yeah, but this is saying that the surcharges are easier to stomach for a lot of people because because you're just already committed to the purchase. And it's like, all right. Whereas so it doesn't change their behavior. They may be mad about it, but they're still buying things.
Yeah.
So this dude here in this story that I'm reading about this, his name is Corey Andrews. He's a 32-year-old laid-off market strategist in Denver. And he says, if jet fuel goes back down, guess what won't? The baggage fees.
Yeah.
And he's referring to every major U.S. carrier's recent decision to raise prices for checked baggage. He says he tries to avoid fees in his day-to-day life. He has at times not returned to restaurants that pass wellness service charges along to customers, and he avoids fee-heavy food delivery apps. He waits until he has multiple items to buy from a retailer to avoid paying for shipping, and signs up for credit cards with travel status points that make checked baggage free. Yeah. He goes, I consider myself a savvy consumer, but when everything goes up, you run out of levers.
Yeah, eventually you just...
And that's where we're at.
Yeah.
You have no recourse.
No. Other than to just sometimes say no. Like this guy said, we did a fast food night tonight. $20 per person per meal. They did Jimmy John's, Arby's, and a burrito from another place. Nothing fancy, $20 per person. There are there are times now with that I refuse. I've officially become that old guy where I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like it used to be like, oh, you need something to eat, run by real quick, but I won't pay that. And flights and stuff, I guess you don't have. I mean, if you want to fly somewhere, but
sometimes you have choices.
No, I won't do food delivery because of that. One,
I don't either.
I feel like if you're so lazy that you can't drive 5 minutes, like that's.
Well, maybe you're high or wasted.
And that's true. I just won't do food delivery. I'll look at some of those delivery fees on that stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm doubling the cost of my food for you to deliver something warm or possibly cold to my house. No.
And it sucks because as a former Uber Eats driver, DoorDash driver too, all those fees make it so then people don't want to tip. And we get screwed out of that. Like, we get all the tips. We get 100% of the tip money.
Yeah.
But if it's the fees, we don't get any of that. And so you get nothing, and then these people don't want to tip you. And so, like, yeah, I'm with you. If I'm going to get DoorDash, I'm going to get something, I'm going to tip the drivers for sure. But then that adds on another 15, 20%.
No, it's terrible when you go to a place. I ordered a pastrami sandwich and a Diet Coke, and the little thing spun around, and it was 19 something bucks. And I was like, F. But then it's, then it's the tip, and I'm not going to stiff the person. Again, I'm there. I get it. Like, you're back there making my sandwich. And so, you tip a couple bucks on it. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, I just spent $23 or $22 on a Coke Zero and a pastrami sandwich. And like, you're kind of sitting there. And I guess that's not like the surcharge, but in some ways tipping is kind of a surcharge. Like if you go out at a place, I feel like that's kind of a mandatory surcharge because I don't want to go and I don't want to stiff someone. But now I do think that a lot of those prices being high, I think there are people getting stiffed now that are working because people they don't feel that it's so much, they're not willing to tip on top of it. They're like, no, I'm drawing a line here. And that sucks, like you said, for the Uber drivers and the people that are back there working. But if that sandwich was 13 or 14 bucks, which is in my mind, I'm like, it's a sandwich.
Well,
it's bread and some meat. Then I think you're a little more, you're like, oh, here's, an extra $3-4, no big deal. But everything's so high. We're at that tipping point where everything's so expensive. Every little bit on top feels like that's kind of the breaking point for people.
Well, if everything is so expensive, and we all know it is, then I think they would be better off just laying out prices like overseas, like in Europe.
Yeah.
You go to Europe, it's upfront pricing everywhere.
Yes.
You know exactly what you're paying, and you just have to pay it.
Yes.
That's actually easier because I feel like now no one trusts any pricing anywhere.
No.
So it's like it's kind of exhausting to go, well, am I really paying $300 for this?
Yeah.
Am I really paying only $25 for it? Like, and you have to read the receipt or you have to ask about what is this charge or like, I don't know. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
So just stick it to us right up front.
If you're gonna rip me off right away.
Right. Just tell me that you're ripping me off.
Yeah, I am gonna steal your money. Perfect. Thank you.
That is the idea.
Here
like,
it is.
If you got rid of tipping, I think we've talked about it, but like if you got rid of tipping and you just said you go into the place and this is what your tip's going to be. That's a lot of places. Like if you go to Japan, you don't tip. It's just that's built into the cost.
Well, in Europe too. Is
like that. Europe.
Some places.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I wonder what that would do to Americans. Like, because you could do that.
Yeah.
It would make them mad.
But if they didn't see it, like you could.
Yeah.
So here's how dumb Americans are.
That's true.
You could just say, you could come out right now and say, no more tipping. You don't have to tip at restaurants or bars. And everybody would be like, yeah. And then they'd pay $50 extra and not know the difference.
Didn't have to tip though, bro.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
Play off the stupidity of America.
Yes. And then you can charge them more.
Rob for Prez.
Thank you.
Rob's on top of this.
All right. Harry the Ring Guy. That's next. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Guardians pitcher Parker Messick. He took a no-hitter into the ninth inning tonight against the Orioles, but then ended up giving 2 hits in the ninth. Guardians held on to win 4-2 over Baltimore. Had Messick got a no-hitter, it would have been the first hitter since 2024 in Major League Baseball. Angels beat the Yankees today 11-4. Mike Trout hit another home run. It was his 5th home run in the 4-game series in the Bronx. Trout's the first player in baseball history to hit a home run in 4 consecutive days at Yankee Stadium. Lakers star guard Luka Doncic, Pistons star guard Cade Cunningham, they're going to be eligible for end-of-season awards after the NBA and NBAPA agreed that both would be allowed to bypass the 65-game threshold. Both players are expected to be All-NBA. Hornets guard LaMelo Ball, he will not be suspended for tomorrow's game against the Magic after he tripped Bam Adebayo on Tuesday. Instead, Ball is going to get credited with a flagrant foul and fined $35,000. Hornets take on the Magic in Orlando. Winner gets the 8th seed. Hornets 3.5-point favorites on the road. Duke point guard Caden Boozer, he is expected to stay at Duke for his sophomore season, while his twin brother Cameron expected to head to the NBA and be a top 3 pick. And an NCAA committee recommended that football bowl subdivision teams play a 12-game schedule over 14 weeks beginning in 2027. What that means is they would start week 1 in the designated week 0 that we all know and love, and week 1 would now be moved up a week earlier to start the college football season. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Now to a viral video of Harry the Ring Guy.
Dude, this is one of the scarier things I've seen. I can't believe this guy, by the way, didn't get shot.
Well, no one was home.
Oh no,
actually, he came home.
Yeah, Well,
But-
the wife and daughter, at least the wife was home.
Yeah, I think the wife and daughter were home, but the guy who owns the house wasn't there.
Then he
Well,
came-
anyway, let me explain what happened. So this guy, there was a man, this was in California, a man was arrested in Northern California when he walked up to a Ring camera at his neighbor's house, and Steven's putting in the audio, so you're going to hear some of this, but he started talking to the Ring camera asking, "Where is your daughter?"
Yeah. Screaming.
Yeah, it definitely escalates.
Yes.
And there's video of him, and that's the video that's gone viral, is the Ring camera video, where he's like, "Open this effing door. Where's your daughter, man?" The homeowner is not home, but he is talking through the Ring camera, as you can do, and he said, "Just leave my house.
Yeah.
Please."
Yeah.
And he just ramps up and ramps up. He looks like Harry, and so he says his name is Harry Dresden.
Yeah.
Which is,
I guess it's some sort of
a wizard or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's some sort of like character. It'd be like if, I said my name was the Dude. Or maybe Gandalf. It's like a fantasy character. I don't know who it is, but
and he kind of looks like Keith Olbermann, but fat.
Yeah, like I hate to do this,
and
but
he's wearing a trench coat.
I hate to stereotype him, but if you think of like fat, lonely trench coat, Magic the Gathering guy, it's right out of Central Casting,
and he's in flip flops.
Yeah,
but it really, I don't know what you would do in this situation, but it really is terrifying.
Yes.
Because the guy came home. So the owner comes home.
Yes.
And hits him with a shovel.
Well, so if he's yelling at the Ring camera and all that, he breaks into the house.
He went through a sliding door.
He went through a sliding door. So he was trying to get in the front door, couldn't. The wife and daughter were hiding, waiting for the dad to come home. He goes around, breaks into the side door, and the dad comes home and confronts him, and he grabs a shovel. And I guess he was able to beat him off with the shovel. Well, hey, damn it.
Easy.
You probably like that.
God.
That's not what I meant. He was able to shoo him away.
Do you have it, Steven?
It is loading right now.
On the fan?
On the fan. It is loading. It is almost in there. It is in there.
There it is. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Chilling new Ring camera footage shows the moment a man dressed in black demands to enter a private residence in Fairfield, California.
Open the door. Now.
In the video, the man, later identified by police as 30-year-old Jason Nichols, asks about the homeowner's daughter.
Where's your daughter, man? What are you talking about?
While claiming to be Harry Dresden, a popular urban fantasy character. You then hear the homeowner, who was away at the time, repeatedly tell Nichols to leave.
Can you leave my house, please? Can you open the door, please? You have nothing to do with my house. Can you leave my house?
Triggering this terrifying reaction. According to a police statement, a woman and child were home when Nichols entered through a separate sliding glass door before the homeowner finally arrives at the residence armed with a shovel.
I don't know who you are.
According to the statement, the altercation turned physical with both sustaining head injuries. It's unclear if Nichols had any connection to the homeowner or his family.
There's a police department.
Minutes later, police arrest Nichols, now charged with 4 felony counts, including threatening a crime with intent to terrorize. It's unclear if Nichols has legal representation. Aaron McLaughlin, NBC News.
Dude, wild.
When he screams like that, and you see it in the Ring camera,
and I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, and again, your wife and daughter are home, and that guy is at your door, and he's asking, by the way, where your daughter's at, and she's in the house. Oh my God.
Yeah, I guess there was a neighbor or somebody that said that. Yeah, police said a witness later came forward reporting an encounter between the suspect and a child days before the break-in.
Yeah.
Detectives determined there was probable cause for an additional arrest or a child-related charge. So they actually charged him with annoying or molesting a child under 18.
Good.
Yeah.
Hopefully he does some time in jail and gets a psych eval. I mean, clearly the dude's
he's off his
crazy.
rocker. Bail set at $35,000.
Yeah.
Doesn't he only have to pay like $3,500 then? $3,500?
Yeah, I think it's 10%.
Yeah, that's nothing.
I'm hoping, though, at least,
Something.
maybe they give him, he gets a monitor or whatever. I'm sure there's a protection order that's involved in that. Again, everyone in this situation is fortunate in that the wife and daughter weren't harmed, and this guy clearly is off some meds. He's very lucky that he didn't die. Where was this at?
Fairfield, California.
Fairfield, California.
Northern California.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know how many homes have guns, but if you had one, you're more than justified at that point by removing this man from your porch. Not just your porch, removing it from your house. He broke in.
I wonder
and even the shovel, like, you can kill someone with a shovel.
What would happen if he didn't have a ring cam? Like, I just wonder. You were talking. The ring cams are obviously a big topic these days.
Sure.
But if you don't have a ring cam,
you don't.
What happens there?
I don't know. I guess it's your word. I mean, obviously he broke in, but yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit of your word against his, right?
Or just like maybe he goes away, like he knocks on the door and goes. Or I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, he did walk through the sliding glass door.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Because he was looking straight at the camera.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Is so if they didn't have the ring camera, what does he actually do?
Yeah. Is this even a thing?
Well, this is what I say all the time. I mean, I'm glad that the ring camera was there, but like, your door doesn't stop anyone. If someone wants to get into your house, the idea that your door locked, okay, well, there's a window. And if you have a sliding glass door, oh, it's locked too. Cool. Someone's going right through that. Like, your home is not secured. Your home is locking your door only stops someone that's trying to steal your TV by just trying to open your door. You get some dip ass like this, nothing was stopping that guy. That guy was coming in that guy's house one way or another, and that's some terrifying stuff.
The ring probably actually maybe gave him a couple extra minutes to organize your thoughts.
Well, and he could talk to him and maybe try to get home. Because if that ring camera isn't there, I mean, I'm assuming the wife would still call, the husband and all that. But yeah, the ring camera may have bought you some extra time, and at least you've got some proof to the cops, and maybe that can get you the restraining order and all that. But I can only imagine if that happened in because I have the only two people in my house besides me are my two gals. I don't know what they would do. I assuming go upstairs and hide. I have a large dog, and he's a pretty good deterrent. But if someone's determined to get in your house and you're not home, that's scary stuff. I wouldn't be getting a shovel, though. I would tell you that much. There's many things in my house besides the shovel that you're going to meet besides that.
That's right. Watch this pressure washer.
I'll tell you what.
That could work. If you got the pressure, if it's ready.
Yeah. I got like there's like 8 separate attachments. Whatever and I don't know what you would use this for, but the one that spits out like you can carve into concrete with that thing.
Yeah, you can take skin off.
I have no idea what that's for, but I'll tell you what, if someone broke in and you had that thing ready,
there's worse weapons to have.
That thing works.
There are worse weapons to have. Maybe that's the answer.
Pressure washer.
Pressure washer constantly running.
Yes.
Just ready.
Yeah.
To shoot water at somebody's nuts.
Well, so
like that's where I would.
Yeah.
There you go. Right.
I think I'd go to the face.
Face, yeah.
Eyeballs.
Because I have a sitting on the Isaac Ropp desk. Because if you walk into my house,
you're welcome.
Like my office is right there, and I do have the Ropp desk. There's an actual real functioning Viking axe, like not one of those big comical like battle. It's a real Viking axe that sits there. But if you gave me the choice between the Viking axe and the pressure washer, I'd take the pressure washer.
Well, it's because you know that the pressure washer probably isn't going to kill him.
Well, that and the axe, that guy still has to get within arm reach of me for the axe. And something could happen. He could get a hold of it. I don't know. That pressure washer from about 15 feet, you're not getting any closer.
That's fast. It's too fast for him. Did you guys swing the axe?
I bought that. I was pressure washing my deck, and so I bought a new series of the little nozzles, and I was trying them all out. When I fired up the FU nozzle, I was like, whoa.
Is that what they call it, the FU nozzle?
I think it's the FU nozzle. I need to know from a pressure washing guy, what is that nozzle for? I can't think of a single thing. I have some hot tub steps, and that thing hit the side of the it shot into the plastic. It would eat through those steps. What is that thing?
Badass.
What is that there for? Because it's such a thin line, you wouldn't clean brick with it or whatever. It'd take you forever. You could write your name in concrete with it.
Is that what it sounds like?
I kind of want to set this up now as my home defense base.
Pressure washer at every door.
Yeah. You want to come into this house, pressure washer.
Bring it on. We'll be ready for you.
You take one of those in the face.
Yeah, that would not be good. Imagine one of those to the eye.
Yeah. It's no good.
Bro.
Because if you go axe, he may be explosive like the volleyball player, and he'll just get out of the way.
Yeah. Again, anything that you have to close distance on, you have a chance of something bad happening. Maybe he has something, and now we're close enough we can stab each other. That pressure washer, keep my distance. Smart.
That's right. Or you can just go the old-fashioned AR.
Yeah, well, I know you got like 3 or 4 of those. I thought you were doing the AR-14 now.
I'm down to 2 AR-14s. Used to have 4.
Yeah.
No.
I don't need 4.
Yeah, you're right.
I only need 2. We'll wrap it up next on The Fan.
The Fan Golf Classic.
talk about that ad? Sky Rizzy.
Yeah. Is that the one that makes your taint explode?
Whoa. They didn't say that in there.
I think that's Wegovy, one of those ads. One of the major side effects is swelling and bursting skin between the anus and genitals.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh, my God.
Is anything worth that? I don't know. I don't think so.
I didn't know your taint could rupture. And they can't say taint. The area between your anus and genitals. Thank you, voiceover guy.
Like, you got to give me something good if that's going to be a main side effect. Like, I got to lose a lot of weight. I got to get something good out of this if my taint is exploding.
Isn't Wegovy, isn't that one of the GLP ones?
I think it is, but I'm not certain.
So you're risking a ruptured grundle to lose 50.
Yeah.
I don't think I am.
Skyrizi is like for psoriasis or something, right?
Yeah, but...
Like bad skin or...
But it's just the name of it. Like, Skyrizi is short for... And he says it at the start of the ad. Do you hear?
Skyrizm-kism...
Yes! Why do they name it that? It's Skyrizi Rizm-Kizmab Rizza. Are they doing bits?
They have to be. Right? Well, you imagine you're sitting in a lab. Aren't you coming up with bits? What else are you doing?
Well, that's probably true.
You're sitting in there being all bored.
So if you would like the official spelling...
Yeah.
It's R-I-S-A-N, Risen, K-I-Z-U-M, Kism, Ab, R-Z-A-A, Rizza.
It has to be something involving like the compounds or I don't know, maybe how it's made.
Risen Kizmab Rizza.
And what is it for psoriasis?
Yeah, it's a biological injection used to treat moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know psoriasis was such a big deal because there's like 1,000 of those ads out there. Whenever I see something for that, I'm always like, really? It's like that big of a problem that there's like an ad running on TV every other day? I guess not every other day, like every day. And they're always so happy in the commercials to have the ailment. They're always running around like, hey.
Must not have exploded for them. Man, why are you down today? Had a little explosion.
It's my Skyrizi Rizm Kebrizza.
my grundle exploded, but man, I feel great. I don't know. We looked it up, right? It's us in New Zealand. We're the only two countries that allow prescription meds to be advertised. Think about all the nations in the world, 2 of us, and we spend tens of billions.
Does it make you feel better that New Zealand's the other one? Because they're pretty.
They seem
a reasonable bunch.
Cool.
It's like maybe
No, when there's like 220 sovereign nations and 2 of you do something, that probably means we're stupid. And you would think that of all because we allow all those food additives and everything. Why are we the worst country at like taking care of ourselves and poisoning?
Big companies, man.
Like we're the richest country in the world. And yet, we're
all about money.
We're just the dumbest.
Follow the dollar bill, y'all.
I'm gonna go home and have make sure my grundle's still in place.
I'm gonna go home, have me some Skyrizi Rizm Kizmab Rizza. That's what's up.
I like to keep it spicy, man. It's not one of those where the side effects isn't worse than the actual condition.
Yeah, exploding grundle is.
That's towards the top.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
It's at the top. Yeah.
I don't want to know what, if that happens, you just going to work the next day. Oh, sorry, boss. A little tender today. But yeah, hey.
So like an open wound?
I'm losing weight.
Yeah, what even does that, what is that like?
God
What's
forbid
even under there? I don't even know.
God forbid I walk and eat less. Nah. Give me the split grundle.
All right, you all, sons of bitches, have a great night. We're back tomorrow, 3 to 7 on The Fan. Good night.
Red chips up.